Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul.
Yo.
There goes a sight
Good morning.
from my soul.
Good morning, everybody.
There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
Are you obsessed with Jar of Heart? I don't know. I like the song. I've heard it before, but like I never gave it like a full lesson. Whenever I listened to it, it was like I feel like it was like in a movie. Was it in a movie? That song? But it's actually a good, like I never like listened to the whole song. I think it's a good song. The song gets you in your feels. I like sad songs or like somber music. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to get asking Janet if she feels okay, and she's like, yeah, she's good. So I was like, good enough to beat Ascent 6. we still haven't beat it, dude. It's been 4 days, 5 days. It's almost been like a week since we've been trying this, and we can't beat it. I think we're just not good at this game. Like low key, we're just not good at the game. Don't dox yourself, but wait, what? They only have the K-pop movies for cheaper. What K-pop movies? What are we talking about? These maps are pretty decent. When you say decent, do you mean like easy? Because, my God, dude, I fumbled so hard. Remember before the map change? That was the run. My solo run, I definitely could have beat that. I had 2 anti-rope spools, and I had a anti-rope gun. And I didn't even get to use it. And technically I had 3, but I lost one. That was supposed to be I'm pretty sure I was supposed to beat that one. I fumbled. I roomy fumbled it. Unfortunate. I'm trying to watch Superman before work. Huh? Superman. Oh. Anywho, we're chilling. We are chilling. I also realized yesterday, I don't know if it's this diet or just age, but I'm much lighter weight. I'm pretty sure it's the diet. I was like feeling those seltzers, and that's only equivalent to like 6 beers. But like I woke up today, I was like, I kind of gotta go back to sleep. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even that much. Remember the other time I had so much. I drank like 12, more than that. I think it's got to be the diet. Thoughts on Katie to the Rockets? Good for them. Good for the Rockets. I think if they're a win now team, I think the one thing they were missing was scoring and specifically outside shooting and good fit. I think their defense went like, not that he's a bad defender, but yeah, I don't know. I think it was good for them. But that was a while ago. You haven't been here in a while. We talked about that the day it happened. I do think they're going to be a very strong team. Probably, again, they're going to probably be second in the West. I'm really curious about how the Nuggets are going to be, though. I think they're going to be good, too. Damn, the West is so stacked, now I think about it. Ah, man, I was debating if I was even going to stream today. Because the Spurs play at 1. but I might have it on my other monitor, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing Ascent 6, I can't afford to be messing around watching basketball, let alone Summer League. Or can I? Let's see what the summer... They are... Who's playing first? Cleveland, Milwaukee, 12:30, 1 o'clock. At least on Monday I could watch. It's so early. They play so early. Damn, it's Cooper Flag too. It is what it is. Did you see the Superman movie? Just heard about it today. Literally just today. I don't even know what that is. Like what movie? Which movie? Did it just come out? Why is everyone talking about it? I'm a Heat fan, so in my delusion, I'm waiting for Dame to Miami to finally happen. Dame to Miami would be kind of interesting. Is Dame good? Like I feel like he's just like he even before his injury and before the blood clot thing, he was like kind of like I haven't watched him in Milwaukee, but he was not the same player he was in Portland. Still a good player, I'm sure. But how is he going to be after like what happened to him? Achilles? I don't know if I would want to trade for him. Is he a free agent? Because you'd have to trade for him, right? I just feel like that'd be like such a risk. I'm sure he's still good, but it's such a risk. Maybe you can get him Omega cheap. I watched it recently. It was pretty good. The Superman movie? I have not seen it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really watch or keep up with superhero movies. He was waived and stretched by Milwaukee. So what does that mean in terms of like people? If he's waived, people can just sign him then? No? You just pick him up? Yeah, you could. He's a free agent after the buyout. I wonder if he was willing to sign like a prove it deal, even though it's still Dame. Like even after the injury, like I feel like you could get him Omega cheap and he will be Omega worth. But that's only if he's willing to do that. I don't know. I don't really know how that I don't know how that money stuff works. He can just be picked up, but after his Achilles heals. Well, a team can't gamble on him now, and like let's say like he doesn't pass a physical. Say he wants to sign with someone when he's healed. Oh, I see. Can someone technically sign him now while he's injured or no? Because you could get him, like if a team is willing to like take a chance on him, you can get him Omega cheap probably, right? I don't know how that stuff works though. I don't know if you can sign a person that's injured. Because you'd have to pass a physical regardless. Oh, he can be signed injured. That's so interesting. The NBA money stuff, even with like football, like it's the cap, especially in NBA, is so confusing, man. I don't understand all this apron stuff. I don't get it. Alexandria, thank you for the 23 months. Welcome back, Alexandria. Thank you. He's getting paid over $20 million a year by the Bucks, so he can take a minimum wherever he wants. That's crazy. So I don't understand. Okay, do you guys understand why? Like, why is it better to buy him out rather than just hold on to him? Does it negate against the cap? Like, once he is bought out, does it not affect their cap anymore? Like, what's the incentive to buy Lillard out from the Bucks POV? I don't really understand that. People who retired 10 years ago. So, I know that. I just don't know why. Yeah, no longer on the side. But he's still getting paid. It just doesn't count towards the cap. They made it. Yeah, so it doesn't count towards the cap is what you're saying, right? But he's still getting paid. That's so interesting. Instead of full salary being on the books. Oh. They spread his contract over 5 years instead of 2. So cleared $30 million from the cap. I see. Interesting. Yeah, the whole cap situation, that stuff is so confusing to me. It is interesting. but I just never really. All I know is so and so's getting paid this much this year. So and so's getting like what happening with the Thunder. I don't understand how they can afford to keep their team together with the amount that they paid Chet and J-Dub and SGA. Like, I don't understand how that works. Like, that's so. How are they gonna keep that team together? I don't get it. They're gonna have to get rid of people. No, I just don't get it. I guess they do have a lot of draft picks, but that's like the core of their team is there, but they're gonna have to get rid of people. Same situation OKC had with KD, Russ, and Harden. Yeah, but they actually paid them. But now, what about all the other guys? Like, their team works because they have depth. Like, those three are awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, but that, I don't know. I just, it's crazy. I don't understand how any team, not just them, how any team, like, let's say the Spurs, right? When they have to pay Wemby, they're gonna pay him the max. When they've got to play Castle, the max. Harper, if he turns out to be what he's supposed to be, the max. And then how do you pay Sohan? How do you pay Vassell? Well, Vassell will probably be gone. But like, how do you pay anyone else on the team? Do you have to just keep getting rookies? I don't understand how you can keep a team together anymore. Where in the past you could play three people at the max, I think. It's quite confusing. Journeyman and vet minimums. I guess the only way is you have to get someone to like, you got to get someone to take a pay cut. And that person, mark my words, will be Wemby. Because he's a monk now. And material possessions don't mean nothing. Because he's a monk. And surely he takes a minimum. He doesn't sign for the max. He takes a minimum. Because he's not about material possessions. Oh. Damn, those 6 seltzers beat me up, I think, a little bit. Base swim, nah, he'll probably get the max. Let's be honest. And I encourage any like rookie after your deal, like take as much money as you can. After your second deal, maybe you take a pay cut, but your first deal, you take the money. I'm all for players getting paid. I think they should take as much. If I'm an NBA player, like I want to win, but my first contract, I'm taking the max. You know what I mean? Like you do it, get your money, and then after that, maybe consider: do I want to win more, or do I want to make even more money? Because in the long term, if you win more, you can make more money in the long term. Look at like Tom Brady. Talking about Ace? No. What do you mean? What about Ace? I'm talking about just players in general. Like I am all for players taking the max when they off their first deal. After that, I think they should consider taking a cut to have an advantage to win more. Unless if your team is not willing, like in position to win, like I would be like, Ace was pissed you went to Utah. Oh yeah. But we knew. That's why the day that happened, that's a different scenario. The day that happened, we were like, what is Utah doing, man? What is their plan? He doesn't want to be there. Why would you do that? I don't get it. Kyrie Irving is doing a 24-hour IRL stream into Spurs. Wait, what? Like he's streaming the game today? Can he do that? I remember Gilbert Arenas talking about under the table deals. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of sketchy stuff going on. Kyrie's streaming on Twitch right now. Let's see. He stayed up 24 hours, or did he like stream himself sleeping? I think it's so funny that all these NBA players are getting into streaming. I think it's smart, but I just think it's funny. Like it's so obvious. Like the whole, like all the biggest stars. I wonder what made them switch. What agency was like, hey, maybe you guys should work with these like top streamers and let's wake Kai up. It's just an empty bed. It's just an empty bed. Well, that's cool. Anywho, I want to watch that game as well, but It's T-Pain all over again. Smart. T-Pain's smart, dude. Way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time. Ryan has to be the first Spurs sponsored streamer. They sent me stuff before. You know, this is before, like, pre-Wemby. They sent me stuff. And I think they were like, I was one of the few people that was still tweeting or publicly talking about the Spurs because they were so bad. So I think they were like desperate to get people to talk about the Spurs because they haven't sent me shit since. I haven't gotten anything since they're popular again. But when they were down bad, they were sending me stuff. They sent it hoping your knee got soon. Fake friend. Why is your chat squished to the left? Wait, what do you mean? Are you talking about this? This can be wherever I want it to be. It's not squished. But it was nice of them to send me stuff in the first place. That was nice of them. They didn't have to do that. But I do think it was because they were like they were bad. They were really bad. Like they were not a popular team until we got Wemby. We were bad for a while. And what's worse than being bad is being middle of the pack. When can we expect 1080 streams? You wouldn't know if you didn't know the number. What is it on 9 something right now? You wouldn't know the difference. If it was 1080 or not, you wouldn't even be able to tell. It's the same thing. We were bad after LaMarcus left. Was that... Remind me, after LaMarcus left, who did we have left? Was it DeMar DeRozan still or no? Washington OG Spurs Big 3. The OG Spurs, that was a great time. That's why we can't ever complain as Spurs fans. You can never complain about being bad. You know what I mean? Like you just can't, because we had so much 20 years of success. Like we're spoiled. Which is why I think it's funny when Laker fans complain. They literally had more than that. More than 20 years of success, followed by another championship. And now to see them complaining online, it's crazy to me. Like they should be pretty happy with their they should be pretty happy with how their team has been over the past few decades, I think. AMP streaming at Tony Parker. I saw that at Tony Parker's house. It must be like the house that he's just, I don't know where that is, but like his extra house, right? I lost my challenger rank in league. Am I a worthless trash? I'll be honest. You might have to like touch grass now. Go and touch grass. Cap or Cape? I don't know how to say that name. Cap Jong? Cape? Cap? Kip? Thank you for the 2 months. Honestly, not worthless trash. Maybe your value went up, low-key. Go outside. Yeah, you can leave league and your value might be actually greater. If you think about it. What creative things are you pursuing? I was just rewatching an interview with Michelle Fan. I loved you're pursuing your passion. Stuff that it's not like a secret, but I probably can't talk about it right now. I'm just like learning different arts, different crafts. I also don't know how to say it. You made a name and you don't know how to say your name. I thought it was like Korean. I'm not sure. His house has a Spurs court. It's awesome. That is pretty awesome. I wish that Tony retired as a Spur. I wish that was like... But I mean, I get it. I also get it. But I wish he retired as a Spur. It feels wrong that he went to like the Hornets and wasn't like great. Rob Boss series incoming confirmed. What about it? Tony deserved 100% of business. Yeah, no. I mean, also there was issues towards the end, right? Are you gonna root for Elam's team? I don't know the teams. Who are the teams? I'll tell you right now. Unless if they get other people the size of Elam, Elam's gonna dominate because he actually knows how to play basketball and he's huge. I've seen him shoot a ball. Like he can actually shoot. Elam's team's getting cooked. Well, who do they have? Maya has a 7-footer? Okay, never mind. Never mind, that's different. I didn't know they were bringing in basketball players. I thought it was just influencers. Streamers. Fusli and Saikuno are in Elam's team. Ah, I see. Okay, well, never mind then. He can't play well, but he's 7 foot. Dude, a 7-footer just needs to know how to dunk. Who's gonna stop him? Elam's like probably the tallest. Like, you can't stop a 7-footer. All you need is the basics of basketball. He's not gonna be able to stop him. Maya actually knows how to play ball. Does she? A true Higa cousin. I think Lud said Castle is playing. As in Stefan Castle? Ain't no way. That's not, no, not Stefan Castle, right? Okay, well, that's just silly. They joked about it, but he can't make it. Yeah, no, that's crazy. He has some, wait, he's not in Summer League. I know he streamed with FaZe, but like, that would make the tournament unfair. What are you talking about? You can't have a professional player. It doesn't matter if it's a freaking summer leaguer. You can't have a summer league G League player in a tournament with casual people who've never played basketball before. That's silly. Castle versus Elam. That'd be a joke. I think he's taller than Elam. Ludwig almost got Luca. I saw that PR message that he sent. What he I don't think he was gonna get Luca. That was nice of him to do, though, and smart. I'm telling you, these NBA players, they're smart. I don't know why all of a sudden they're all reaching out to the biggest streamers, but it has something to do with the agency, I'm sure. Something to do with their agency. It has to be. Because why all of a sudden, you know? For the most part. Luke was on vacation. He told him to look uncomfortable in the message. Maybe. Or that's Lud saying that because he's, you know, Lud. Making a joke. Even Nicki Minaj trying to stream? Yeah, it's smart. I think it's really smart. Maybe you just have to tap into a younger audience somehow. No, a lot of them have similar agencies. It's not like just NBA. Like, it's like UTA or WME. Like, what's the other one? What's the other big one? Starts with a C. Not WME, not UTA. There's another big one that starts with a C, I think. CAA. Like, those are like a lot of them have like big streamers. They have like YouTubers. They have actors. They have shared NBA stars, NFL stars, and that's the reason why they're all like connected. It's all connected. Side hustle during the off season. Yeah, it's also just building their brand, right? Like, they see like the numbers that these like big streamers are pulling, and they realize like this is the future. They were saying the same thing. The same thing with trying to get them into YouTube in the past. Same thing. And I think it's smart. And I'm pretty sure there's all these like showing up, these NBA players showing up on streams are one active like decision. Because why is it all of a sudden, you know? Are you with an agency? Nah. I used to be back in the day, but I had a not good experience. Ball Brothers were also on Kai's stream the other day. Yeah, I think, and now it's starting to be like a trend, right? So I think it's really smart. Giannis and Speed was wild to see. That's what I'm saying though. Like, all like these gigantic stars are starting to stream, and it's not out of like it's kind of out of nowhere, but actively, and I think it's really smart. But I don't think it's just a natural happening. You know, I don't think it's just like they were just watching people's streams and it was like contacted them all of a sudden. Who's your dream collab? Tim Duncan, who's retired. Wemby would be cool, but I feel like Duncan actually games. I would play games with Tim Duncan. I don't know what I would do with Wemby. You know? Too young. We would speak different languages, I think. Too old, man. Too old. Does he speak French? Wemby? Yeah, he's literally from there. He's from there. Wemby could teach you how to meditate. I would not be interested in that. I would do it. I would do monk training. But, well, I don't know. Low key. Yeah, I don't know. What would you do? I don't do IRL streaming. Imagine how difficult it would be to IRL stream. Like, imagine if you had a camera like this, if you were holding it yourself, and you had Wemby with you, just walking down. Like, what angle would you have to hold the camera? You know what I mean? At what POV would you'd need even if you had a cameraman? You know how wide of an angle lens you would need to fit both of us in there? I would have to be on stilts. How would you film us together? Unless if he was sitting in like a wheelchair and then I was walking next to him, he'd probably still be taller than me. I'm probably the height of his legs or the height of his torso. Cameraman standing 50. You need a super wide angle lens or it won't work. We just couldn't stream together. If I was pushing the wheelchair, he would be blocking me. It wouldn't work. We're talking about 5'8". Actually, Trisha, 5'9". 5'8 3/4 rounds up to 5'9", not 5'8". You don't round down. Trisha, thank you very much. You round up. Thank you very much. Plus 3/4. Or you say 5'8 3/4. Always round up. Okay, let's be honest. If I was 5'8 1/4, I would say I was 5'8. I wouldn't round up at 1/4, like a quarter of an inch above 5'8. Might as well round up to 5. Oh, I know you at 5'8 rounds up to 5'8 3/4 rounds up to 5'9, which is I always say, which rounds up again to 6 foot. And if you round it up again, I'm 10 foot. That's how rounding works. If you think about it, Wemby and I are basically the same if we're rounding. But Google says you're 5'8". Yeah, because they don't know. They don't add the 3¼ inch. How would they know my height? They don't know my height. If you're 6 foot, then what is Abe? Wait, what is Abe? 5'5"? 5'6"? He's definitely not 5'7". He's definitely at least a few inches shorter than me. 5'5"? If he's 5'5", that rounds down to 5 foot. I'm sorry, it rounds down to 5 foot. If he's 5'6", I think that rounds up to 6 foot as well. Abe shorter than me? How tall are you, Merlin? Rounds down, yeah. That is diabolical. Hey, I didn't make the rules, man. You guys didn't learn rounding in school when you round? If we are at 5, you round to 10. Right? If it's out of 10. If you're at halfway, you round up. Wemby rounds up to 10 feet, so you're the same height. I know. He's 7'5". They list him at 7'3", and that's bullshit. He's at least 7. I want to say 7'6", but let's say he's 7'5". That still rounds up to 8 foot, which rounds up to 10. Google says Abe is 5'6". Again, I don't know where they're getting these numbers from. I don't know. Like, who's measured thus? Other than, like, only, like, if you get measured at, like, your doctor when you get a physical. Wemby's shorter than Bobo for sure. I don't think so. Have you seen them standing next to each other? When they played each other? I don't think he's shorter than him. How tall is Bobo? 7'5", right? I don't think Wemby's shorter than 7'5". Bobo's isn't 7. Hell no. I think Bobo might be taller. I think Wemby's taller. Like, like look at him standing next to, for example, Zach Edey listed at 7'3", right? He towers over Zach Edey. Wemby's unfortunately only 7'3". I think that would be better if he was 7'3". But he keeps growing. He is definitely over 7'3". You're crazy if you actually believe that. Zach Edey's listed at 7'4". Okay, even worse. Zach Edey's listed at 7'4", and then look at the pictures of them standing next to each other. And tell me that Wemby's 7'4". That's bullshit. There's no way. There's just no way. They're just liars. Look at this. You're telling me this is the same height as this. This 7'4" they list him as, and you're telling me he's 7'3"? Come on now. Let's be honest. Someone's lying. I don't think it's Zach Edey lying either. Same height? You think? Hell no. Hell no, he ain't 7'3". What are you talking about? His knees are bent. Okay, let's look at this. What about this? Oh, this is when they were kids. That doesn't count because that's Chet, and Chet grew, right? Hold on. This is a more recent one. There's another picture where they're just look at him next to Rudy Gobert. Look at this. And this is when he was younger, when he was shorter. How tall is Rudy Gobert listed at? What is he listed at? Look at the shoulders, the shoulder level. There was another picture, a more recent one. Oh, he's 7'1". And this is when he was in like a 18-year-old. And he grew since then. I don't know what other picture to look at, but there was one where they were standing next to each other. Does NBA change your height if you grow, they change your height. I think they do your measurables every year, right? Like even your weight and everything. I don't know. I think this one's pretty telling right here, and this one right here. And they said that he grew since last year, which again I don't think is a good thing. I think he needs to stop growing. Like, unfortunately, I hope he doesn't keep growing. He's good. You're good enough. You need to chill out. I think they do during media day. Yeah. But whoever listed him, I don't know why they had him as 7'3". Like, even in 2K, right? They list him at 7'3". I think it's just so he doesn't ruin the game. There's no way he's 7'3". I don't know what they list Edey at in the game, but it's just crazy. I think he would just break the game if they had his real measurables. If they had him at 7'6" or whatever he is. Ow. Sometimes they measure with shoes, which can have to 2 inches. Yeah, but they should just, they do measure with shoes, but they also measure without shoes, right? By that logic, Ryan is 6 foot. I know. I've been saying that. If you round up. My bad. The 7'3" would have been his combined measurements from 2 years ago. From 2 years ago. Lud says he's 6 feet. Is he? I don't remember. I know Lud's taller than me. I just don't remember being that tall. But maybe. I haven't seen him enough in person to know. What are we looking at, Merlin? What is this? Hold on. It's a Valo video? It's not playing. Oh, hold on. Merlin, what did you send me? It's a virus? It's just a black screen. Oh, it's a hit. I see. It went down to, it scrolled to another video. Hold on. It scrolled to a different video. And it was a Valo video.
In 2024, I went on vacation to Seoul, South Korea, spending most of my time in Myeongdong's tourist area.
How to make it louder?
Why am I bringing this up? Because itsRyanHiga recently asked me for a hairstyle recommendation.
He made a whole video about it. Oh, what's the Merlin? What's the haircut you wanted me to get? What's it called again? Hey, this is the shirt.
You asked for me?
Is this yesterday?
Well. Oh yeah, haircut. You said to get a certain kind of haircut, and it was a K-pop person. What was the name of the haircut?
This is not
So
yesterday.
naturally, my reaction is to send him a picture of Joshua of 17
Naturally.
when he had the 2 blocks.
Okay, let's
which
be
is
okay.
also
Hold on.
how
Let me
I had
go
my
back
hair
real quick.
done at a picture of
This looks so hard to maintain. I'm not gonna lie. Like you'd have to actually style it. Doesn't this look hard to maintain? Like I don't think I want to do the like. This is what I don't know if I want this. You see this right here? These little. This side doesn't look as bad, but these little bangs. I feel like that's what it's gonna irritate me. But like if you don't have this and you push this back with the rest of the hair, you know what I mean? Like isn't that gonna be? That's not gonna be the same a good look, is it? It's a bit too capable. Yeah, it's too young. Like this is too young for me. That's what I was saying earlier. He looks too young.
Joshua of 17 when he had the 2 block, which is
Go for a
also
buzz
how
cut? I
had
don't want a
my
buzz
hair
cut.
done at a professional salon in Korea.
See, even your hair's
I
coming.
wanted to
Your
show
hair's coming
Ryan
forward.
How I manage my hair in the 2 block.
I guess this is not
when
that
styling
bad.
my hair, I start with it towel dried and still slightly damp after a shower. I use
Merlin, did
my
you write a
hairdryer
script?
to split my hair into 2 sections by finding where the top and sides part and drying the sections in different directions.
Time for a comb
After
over.
establishing the part,
I'm
I
not
dry
balding.
the sides down, then move to the back of my head, spending a little extra time here to dry it out. Once the sides
See,
are
okay,
dry-
here's another thing, Merlin. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna be using a hairdryer. I don't own a hairdryer. Do I need one for long hair like this? I don't own a hairdryer.
dried down, I work on the top of my head, drying it out while doing a 70-30
This is you're doing
part
too
and
much.
curling my
Maybe I
hair
don't want
along
this
the side
haircut.
of my head. If I'm lazy, I don't dry out my hair.
Oh, I have
fully
one of
and just
those
stick a
from
wire
when it was
headband
long.
in my hair to push it back and have it finish drying. Here's how my hair looks when it's completely dried using the hairband. If I have a little bit more time, I'll use my hair dryer set to hot to fully dry my hair.
Just blow
setting
drying
it in
hair is a
place.
lot of work. That's
There's
what I'm
not much
saying.
to this step. I just blow my hair back.
I
while
don't know if
running
I'm
my
gonna like
hands
it.
through my hair
It
and
might
the
be
heat
too long
locks
for
it
me.
into place.
Too much maintenance. Most days I
Here's
just
how
stick my hair in a
looks
hairband.
after styling it with heat and going out for a few hours. When I need to style and set my hair for several hours,
Oh, I have that.
like
I have
using
that,
a
but it's
lightweight hair
purple.
wax. I personally use
That's why I
Gatsby's
don't
Air
like
Rise,
having long
which has
hair,
enough
though.
style and hold while still being comfortable enough where I can run my hands through my hair.
Your
throughout
head
the
shape
day
suits
and
this
not feel
hairstyle
like
more than this
I
guy.
used anything
Damn,
on
Merlin,
it.
you gonna take that?
Here's
Jake,
what
you
it
talking
looks
shit?
like after a whole day working in the office.
What is my head shape?
Bonus, at the time I made this video, it had been nearly 2 months since my last haircut, so I
That's
figured I
long,
might as well
dude.
go to my
That's
stylist for a
long.
maintenance cut.
Just go
My usual
bald.
is to get it eyebrow length,
I'm not
thinned out, and the
I'm not
sides
opposed.
shortened.
You know, like some people make a big deal.
Good
I
luck,
would shave
Ryan.
my head.
Whether you get the 2 blocks or not, I
It'll
look
just grow
forward to seeing
back.
how you change it up. In 2024,
Okay, well, give it a shot. Give it a shot. We'll see. I do think the K-pop picture look, I would not match with that. I'm just too old. Especially the little bangs in the front, you know? I feel like that would just irritate me. And I'm not gonna be able to do that every time. You look better with this hairstyle? Yeah, but I was gonna just try something new because I could always shave it off. You know what I mean? I can just shave it off. It's getting too long though. Like the fact that I have to spray this so it doesn't touch my eyes. I don't like it. And my hair's starting to come over my ears, which is usually telling like I should probably cut it pretty soon. Just shave it then? No, but I want to try a new hairstyle without just shaving it. That's my backup. If I hate the look or the maintenance, I'm just gonna shave it off. You know, and then I'll let it regrow, and then I'll have to go to the. I don't know why. I don't have to go to the groomer in a long time. But yeah, I don't have to go to the hairdresser. I don't know why I was thinking of the dogs. I don't have to go to the groomers for a while. I can go 6 months without going to the groomers. The K-pop hairstyle needs maintenance. That's what I'm saying. But the whole point of the haircut is that they have supposedly other ways that you can style it, so it's not a lot of maintenance. That's why I was interested in it. but I don't own a blow dryer. I'll be honest, I probably won't do that. So maybe I shouldn't keep it long. Where's your hair part? Usually when I have like, you know when it's really long? Like it parts in the middle. Like when I'm pushing it back because either I'm wearing a hat or whatever, the part is usually right down the middle. And I don't know why, or maybe it's like, maybe I make it that way. But when it gets really long, like right now, you see how it's falling to the side? When it gets longer, I just push it back and it just parts in the middle. I think. You don't need a hair dryer, just use the hairband right out of the shower. I also think you're in Hawaii, right, Merlin? So like, my hair dries so fast because I'm in Vegas. Like it's like insta dries. Do you like fades? I had a fade once, and that's the only time I ever got a compliment from someone. In a Walmart, I got complimented. And that's the only time I ever got complimented. So I think I do like it. It was just I don't normally get it. I got it only because I was with someone else that went to a barber. And like they were like, you want to come get your hair cut? This is like a celebrity barber, whatever, and they're down to do your hair. I was like, sure. And I got a fade. What is that kind of sad? I mean, a random person complimenting your haircut is like, who goes out of their way to do that? You know what I mean? Why don't you get fades now? Because I don't have access to that barber in LA that's a celebrity barber. I don't know. I don't even go to a barber. I go to a hairdresser, which is different, right? We looked that up yesterday. If you want to go shorter, you can do this. This is another K-popper. It is another K-pop person. Your references, man. I can't fit their hairstyles. I don't look like them. Like you're talking about people who look perfect. And they probably get their hair done by a professional. I don't know how to zoom into this picture. Hold on. I can't even see. You know what I mean? Like. I mean, that length looks less to deal with. I don't even know what that cut is. I can't zoom in on this. They do K-pop stars go to the salon. Oh, you're saying your groomer isn't a professional? No, my groomer can do, they can do fades as well. They know how to do fades. They mostly do girls, though. She normally does women. Hairstyles. Why do you say groomer? I said that accidentally, but the person that brought up the question said that. Roku with the fade, dude. He has a fade on his leg right now because they had to shave his leg for his surgery. So one leg is like just bald. It's starting to grow back though, so he has a little bit of a fade from the groomers. For Roku, nah, it's already growing back. It's been like almost 3 weeks to a month. Pretty soon he can start. Like he's still on a leash. Because he can't be running around, he can't be like sprinting, can't be jumping up on things. Like he's miserable right now, but he's healing soon. As long as we keep giving him his therapy, he walks a little bit here and there, 5 to 10 minutes a day. He'll be all right. He went through this on his other leg already, and he'll be fixed. All right, my mouse is charged. Do the army hairstyle, just short on top and nothing on the sides. I don't know if I would want that. If anything, like worst case scenario, I'll just cut it how I always cut it. Like because it's just the top would be longer, right? And then I'll just let it match up. You know. Hello, Lilith. Good morning. A box cut? That's what I'm doing, I think. But it's a 2-box. A tuba. It's a 2-box cut, apparently. Also, when Jan gets home, I think we might try to duo Beat 6. A 2-box. BJ come back after the haircut? Nah. I told you, man. You know how hard it's gonna get that group together? They all have families now, which would be the joke of the song and the movie. But I didn't watch Greatest Showman last night. We had a drinking stream yesterday, and I just wanted to go to bed. I didn't go to bed right away, but I didn't feel like watching something and paying attention to something. I do think this diet made the alcohol hit harder, because I drank like 6 seltzers and I felt it. Like I shouldn't. If I had 6 beers, I wouldn't feel drunk. Maybe a little bit, but I did not think I would feel 6 seltzers that much. But I felt it. I felt so sleepy. I think it's just age. It might be the diet. I think it's the diet, realistically. Like no carbs. I don't know how that affects drunkenness, but I know when I don't eat a lot, there's one drink I can feel. Have you considered doing IRL peak with friends? Are you talking like a real mountain? Because no, I don't want to do that. I have no interest. I've tried doing those bouldering, like like those gyms. That's kind of fun. That's exhausting, but it's fun. So hiking is not peak. I can hike. I can walk up stuff. But if we're climbing actual rocks and stuff, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No touching grass. Yeah, definitely not Vegas in the summer either. Right now, it's literally 100 degrees. Like literally 100. And it's not even like afternoon yet, so it's gonna get hotter. It's 100 degrees. Nobody is going hiking out in Vegas today. I highly doubt it. You could though. 100 is actually not terrible. 110 is when it's like, okay, that's not safe. You could do 100. I'm worried for your knees and joints. My knees are actually pretty, like, knock on wood, have been pretty good. Like, it's more like my back. You're talking Fahrenheit? Yeah. I don't know the conversion. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is like 44? 45, is it? I don't know. What is it in Celsius? Like 42? No. Is that it? 37? Oh. Never mind then. What is 40? Okay, well it's been over like 115 before, but I don't know what the conversion is. 40 is 104. Oh. Honestly, today it's gonna be above 40, probably. Like realistically, it's gonna reach. Oh my god, today at 3 p.m. it's gonna be 108. What is that? 40 something, like 40, 42, 43? Yeah. It's gonna be 108 today at 3 p.m. What is that in Kelvin? Nobody uses Kelvin. Kelvin. What are you in a science class? Have you cooked an egg on a street? No, I've seen people do it. I just don't see why you would want to. That would require me wasting an egg and also going outside in the heat. I wouldn't want to do that. You could do it. I was in chem last semester. Now I'm in microbio. We use Celsius now. Tell me when you get into OChem. That class is miserable. I don't know. Microbio, I remember vaguely. OChem is terrible. I don't have to. Wait, what do you mean you don't have to? OChem was your favorite? I think that's when I dropped out. I don't even remember OChem. I actually don't remember. So I probably that's around the time when I dropped out, I want to say. I remember being in that class. I don't remember why. Because I don't think I had to be in OChem either. You also liked OChem? Oh my god, I thought OChem was terrible. I don't remember like anything from that class. But I remember being in it. I also had a radiation class that I know I was in it and I know I did work for it, and I don't remember a single thing. Just learning these long ass formulas. I thought I was in the day one. I remember thinking I was in the wrong class because I was like, how do I not know anything? I don't know anything in this class. Am I supposed to have taken prereqs? Like, how? I know nothing in this radiation class. It's a prereq for biochem? OChem? I failed a minor chem class twice. Well then. Oh, for nursing, that's why you don't need it. I see. Well, I dropped out, so either way, doesn't matter. But it was that, I do remember that class, and I do remember that radiation. I don't remember what the radiation class was called, but that was terrible. That's when I knew, actually. Honestly, thanks to that class, I continue to pursue YouTube, if you think about it, and that's eventually led me here. Because that class, I knew I ain't doing this for the rest of my life. Because this no, not the OChem class. I'm talking about the radiation one. I don't even know the name of that class, not OChem. But that was like the extra push for me to be like, I ain't doing this shit no more. I can make more money on YouTube than being a nuclear medicine technologist. At the time, I didn't think it was gonna last. I thought YouTube would be like a short fad. But I was just like, what am I doing, dude? Like, wow, I hate this place. I hate this college. I can't do both. So that class really pushed me. So you can thank radiation class from UNLV. And now we're here and I don't have to pee at 2 a.m. alone. Okay, you're pissing right now. Good to know. Thank you, radiation class from UNLV. Yeah, I don't know what the name of that class was, but it has something to do with radiation. And that was my second year, so I don't know. I don't know what the name of it was. Medicinal chemistry is harder for me in pharmacy school. Wow, anything in like a graduate program, pharmacy school. That was also another option for me. And then again, I did an internship at a hospital in Hawaii at a pharmacy, and I was so bored. Like, I hated it so much. I like instantly that was out. I was like, just done. Like, I'm not gonna be a pharmacist or a pharmacy tech or anything to do with pharmacy. I hated it so much. X-ray, I didn't mind as bad, but maybe it was just because, I don't know. I don't remember what I did for X-ray, but it wasn't as bad. I remember feeling like we were moving around more, and I felt like I was doing more. It was mostly doing filing work though, but it was not as bad as pharmacy. I'm trying to get an internship or volunteering or even a part-time clinical environments. I can't find anything. I'm kind of surprised. Went to a prestigious high school, so maybe I can find connection. You should take advantage. If you go to anytime you go to a prestigious high school or college, the best thing you can get out of it is the connections, usually. Like, it's more about being like a part. It's like being a part of a big frat. I know that's how it works in LA, especially with like USC and UCLA. A lot of people just really take advantage of their like connections there. It was Harvard Westlake, the Nepo Baby School. I went to the Nepo Baby School of LA. There's a Harvard in LA. Well, then you should definitely have no problem getting connects, I would imagine. Right? I'm not the Nepo baby though. My family is broke. Okay, but like my point is, you went to that school and you did well, I assume. Like, you probably have connects there. The only difference is opportunities. Yeah, I think it's similar to like in Hawaii if you go to like Punahou or something. It's prestigious. College is just networking. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more you can learn, right? A lot more you can learn from college. I don't regret my first year there. Like, I don't regret going and dorming and like learning what that was like. Also, just moving away in general for me. I don't know if most people, you go to your college in your home state, but like moving away was a big deal too. And I think good for me in general and good for people in general. Oh, that was probably don't have funding for interns now. What do you mean funding for interns? You don't have to pay them, do you? I know when you take an internship though, it is more work for the person. Like, it's not like just free labor. Like they got to do work too. They got to write up reports on what you did, sign your hours and stuff. So maybe that's the reason. Most interns get paid now for me. What? I didn't get paid. Wait, really? How is that an intern? You're just working at that point. You're not interning. Interns get paid? Wow. I did not know. I did not know. I interned at a few places for a while and got paid nothing. And back then in high school, that money was necessary. That would have been nice. Not that I needed it, but like, it would have been nice, especially when you're in high school and you're not making anything. As a student, yeah, as a student especially. Is that like a new thing? My intern, wait, really? They're compensated one way or another. I thought the internship was you're being compensated because you're getting the experience, quote unquote, right? And then you can use that to get a job eventually. I did not know. Wow, things changed a lot. They changed a lot. Americans are weird for that. How do you work without being paid? Well, you're basically trying to get, trust me, that would have been great. But you're trying to get into an industry, right? By getting experience, which is why you volunteer to do it. That's why it was an internship. That's how it used to be. Internship is to get experience. Is it the difficulty of internships? I don't know. I thought that was still a thing. Like, I thought people intern to get for free to get the experience so they can eventually get that job, right? But you're still working, and not just learning. That is true. So what you're saying is all of us who used to intern for free were owed money. They changed it. They changed the rules because a lot of us older people, we didn't know. That's the whole point of internship. It was you don't get paid for it, but you got to do it. That's interesting. I'm surprised they changed that. Raymond, thank you for the 18 months. Thank you. Don't you pay for college to learn? Yeah. So why isn't that changed? If learning, right? Like if learning, I guess you do have to pay to learn. I guess you do. I still think the cost though of that colleges and the money that colleges are making is insane. That's insane. Like the amount of money that colleges make. Do they need to be charging that much? Has the prices gone up for college? How much is it for anyone? Okay, anyone from USC here or UCLA recently went there? I feel like I remember it being like $40K a year back in like over like a decade ago. What is it now? It was like 40 to 50K a year, I think. Or was it a semester? I'm not sure. For in-state or out-of-state tuition. Mono was around 12 for in-state. Yeah, it was like for UNLV, it was less than that. Because I paid in-state because I had like I had a WUI scholarship. So I paid in-state tuition in Vegas, even though I was from Hawaii. So mine was like cheap. You think it's closer to 70K a year, or is that semester? Not semester, right? Like a year. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. UCLA is about 80K for out-of-state tuition. That's crazy. 80K a year? And you're gonna do a 4-year program? Bro, that's crazy. Yep. Like you have to take, unless you're Omega rich, you have to take a loan. You can be pay, how long do you pay that back for? 320K? America. How many years is that gonna take you to pay back? That's a scam? Well, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. The rest of your life. And it doesn't even promise you that you get a job either. It doesn't even promise you that you get a job in whatever degree you have. But you have the prestige of being like, hey, I graduated from UCLA. I know Russell Westbrook. I was classmates with him. You could say things like that. I was classmates with so-and-so, and now they're in the NBA, and they can pay off their loans. You could say that. So that's cool. Is that worth 300K to say that? If you don't pay, they reabsorb the learnings from your brain. Yep. You must learn a good amount to pay over 300K. You must learn a lot of really good things there. I wouldn't know. The UCs are extra bad compared to other public. Yeah, but they are that's why it's prestigious, right? It's like a title thing. If you go to a fancy place, you can often get most of the tuition waived. What? What do you mean? MIT is awesome. I wish I could be smart enough to go there. Why do nursing in the US when you go to Philippines, get a nursing degree, and then go to US as a nurse and say you're a Filipino nurse? Does that translate? Your degree, does that work? Dude, America sucks. Yeah, it's just how it's always been. It's just gotten more. It's like doubled since I last, like, when I was in high school. It's doubled in price. And back then, 40K was still a lot. I think it was like 40K for like UCLA or USC. Because that was like one of my like maybe go-to schools. I wanted to go to like somewhere in California. But obviously I ended up in Vegas. I think my WUI scholarship made me pay in-state, which was like 4K a year. Plus dorming. They force you to dorm, so you have to pay for that too. But like 4K tuition, which is like nothing in comparison to everywhere else. Something like that. I don't know what in-state was. UNC is also prestigious public school and way cheaper than UCLA. So UCLA is just scamming. You're talking about UNC is that Tar Heel? Is that North Carolina? UNC? UNC. You went to UNC? Yeah, that's a prestigious school too. You can also go to UNC and say, hey, I played with Danny. I mean, I was in class with Danny Green. I don't know who else went to UNC. A lot of people. Michael Jordan, there you go. I went, well, you weren't in school with, you can't say that because you'd have to get someone young. But at some point, Vince Carter went to UNC. Tons of good players. Anyway, you can say like, I was in school with, who's recently from, are they good still? I know Duke was good this year. If you went to Duke, you can be like, oh, I went to school with Cooper Flagg. But is there, who was good from Tar Heels? Was there someone good recently? I don't remember hearing a lot about them. I don't know much about I don't know much about college basketball unless they had really big prospects. Caleb Love. Was he drafted high? I don't even know. I don't even know the name really. Cole Anthony? No, I'm talking about this past draft, like this past like. Didn't he go undrafted? That's what I mean. Had they had anyone really good lately? Because I remember I'm old enough to remember the Duke, North Carolina rivalry, where they were both the best teams always. But that kind of like faded. I don't even hear about them anymore. And Duke was relevant again only because like Cooper Flagg and actually they've been relevant a few years. Didn't Zion too was also there, right? It did not fade. People here are still crazy. Oh no, I believe it's still there. It's just I don't see them. I haven't seen them like they're not like always in like the finals together, you know? Drake Powell is the only rookie from this year's draft from UNC. I don't even know who that is, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't look him up, probably because he wasn't like high enough on like where the Spurs could draft him. I keep reading it as Unk. I think Unk has prioritized long-term college players, not top NBA draft picks. That's fair. Dude, I should go to Unk. There are famous athletes from UH Manoa. Yeah, Colt Brennan. That's a sad story, low-key. Who else is famous from UH Manoa? We always end up in sports again. We do. We do. Who else went to UH? I paid $10K for school at UT Austin. University of Texas Austin, but $15K to scammy apartments that make us sign 12-month leases. Damn. Hey, at least you don't have state income tax. That's nice, right? I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch like college. Like the only times I watch college ball is if like there's a really good prospect and my team has a chance to get them. So that's why I watched like some Duke games this year. And I watched Rutgers and Baylor. That's the only reason. I don't really follow. I don't really follow too much. I don't know why. I never got into it. I know the college fan bases, they're way more passionate. I never got into that. Hey, Rutgers? Yeah. I mean, obviously, because right, they had 2 prospects that the Spurs could draft. So I was watching. I was like, damn. I don't know why they're not better. They got 2, number 2, and what should have been number 3. College runners are so bad. Yeah, see, maybe I never if I graduated from UNLV, I would have had that passion, or like that kind of like, you know what I mean? Like maybe I would have had more pride, but because I dropped out, I don't have like UNLV pride. But I do root for them if they're doing well. Like I don't have that passion for college sports, and also they're not good. They used to be good at basketball. What happened? What happened to UNLV? The running rebels. Our Spurs gonna run Harper, Castle, Fox. I would assume Fox. It's gonna be Fox, Castle starting, and then Harper off the bench, or Fox, Harper, and then Castle off the bench. Either way, I think there's gonna be rare occasions where you played Castle at the 3, Harper at the 2, Fox at the 1. But like that's like small ball kind of. They're not small as the thing. Like Castle can play small forward. He's 6'6". He played it before last year. So it's possible. There's a lot of flexibility. They could all play together. I just don't think it will be that way. I think they're going to start off with Fox, Castle starting, and then Harper off the bench. Or the other way around. I feel like college sport pride is something that is built through generations. Yeah. It's like a frat. I'm telling you, it's like a frat, which is like I never got into. And I think the more prestigious your school is at certain sports, the more pride they have in it. Like even like if you look at professional athletes, right? They go back and they root for their school so hard, like they care more about that than anything, which is kind of like interesting. Can't have pride in a school that dumps money into a football team that doesn't have a stadium to play in. Yeah, that's crazy. I remember back in the day when people actually showed up to UH Manoa games. That was so fun. And we used to do what's it called? The tailgating and stuff. That was so fun. That's when I barely even knew how football was played, really. I feel for Vassell and Keldon Johnson. I feel like they're gonna miss out. Yeah. The thing is with Keldon, we already know what he's gonna be. Like he's a role player off the bench. With Vassell, he could be a star if he was more consistent. He just takes really difficult bad shots. But he also was brought into the team initially to be a 3-and-D player. And he just kind of lost the D part of it. He just became a 3, and also he can score in a lot of ways. Mid-range, like he's just a good scorer, but initially when he was drafted, I remember he was a 3-and-D player. Like they wanted him to play good defense and just shoot threes. And then he developed to be a lot better. But you ever bet on games or no to gamble? I don't really gamble, but like I wouldn't be opposed to it either. Like, especially not basketball though, more football if anything. I did one season where I had, this is gonna sound silly, but like I literally only invested $200. I think it was I initially put 100 just to try it out, and I made that last the entire season, entire football season. So I did bets, but it was like minimal, just like to try it out and to have fun with it. But it was like such a minimal amount of money. It wasn't like to make anything. It was just to like try sports betting, and it was fun. And I pretty much was net positive the whole way until the Super Bowl. I just bet it all for fun, and I lost it all because I bet on my team, which I shouldn't have. I should have done the opposite. But it is what it is. NFL is easier, yeah. It's less to keep up with. There's so many basketball games. And it's so unpredictable. But yeah, no. I haven't really did that since. That was like years ago. Our sports bets are low-key fun. Yeah, it's to me, if you're doing it for fun, right? To make you more invested in a game. To me, I think that's fine. Like you're just paying for entertainment. Like a $5 sports bet is like, I think it's the problem when people think they have to do it to make money. That's when it's a problem, because then you're not doing it for fun. You're not doing it for entertainment. Michael Porter made me some bang a few years ago. Kept hitting his 15-point over. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got that much into it to the point where I was doing like those prop bets. If anything, I would follow other people that did it, but I didn't know how to do that. Like, I didn't get that into it to do prop bets. There's a small bet makes watching. Yeah, I used to bet on like teams or like a parlay, just so I could have someone to root for to watch more basketball or football. You know what I mean? Not basketball. Like just to like be a little bit more invested on like a random Sunday when I had nothing else to do. Then I get to like be interested in the morning game, the afternoon, and the night game. It's just more fun. What are you playing today? I was waiting for Janet to get home and we were gonna dual peak. Or maybe we'll get more people, I don't know. But we just really want to beat 6. This is like day 5 of me trying to beat Ascent 6, and I just can't. I think I'm just not good at the game. Like other people have already beaten it so long ago. So we're gonna try it again, but I think we can do it. I think I just messed up that time I soloed. The ball live inside the I Dare You trophy. Yep, still in there. Did we play the Final Fantasies? The old ones, yeah. I played like 7, I remember, and 10. Actually, I barely played 7. That was my brother's game. But I played Final Fantasy 10, the one with Titus. I think 7 had Cloud, Strife, something like that. I played 10, for sure. That is an old game. That is an old game. Good game, though. Yeah, I don't really remember playing 7 too much. I just remember having it. But I think it was my brother's. Other than that, wasn't really big on Final Fantasy. I played Final Fantasy Tactics. That was fun. It's like a board game. Which dare do you remember being the worst for you? For me? Honestly, probably eating the wasabi on an empty stomach. The fake, the tubed wasabi. That one like actually hurt me. Like that one felt like I might have to go get my stomach pumped because it is crazy in there. That one was really bad. What shooting games are good to stream in your opinion? Good in what way? Like any game that you're interested in. But good in what way? I wonder what a teaspoon of real wasabi would feel like. Well, it was fake wasabi for one, and it was on an empty stomach, and I ate a lot and just swallowed it. And it was like one of the worst stomach aches I've had. Like, it was terrible. It was actually like painful. Real wasabi doesn't have the burn. It has a little bit of a burn. Real wasabi has a little bit of a burn. But yeah, it's not the same as the fake one. I go to a place that has real wasabi, but it does have a little bit of a burn. Yeah, it's not horseradish, but it has something in there. Like there's a little spice to it. Damn, I want sushi now. Yo, Ryan, no ASMR today. Oh, I can bring it back. I can bring it back. Don't make me. Seems like a lot of younger kids who grow up with your content are making similar content for the sake of fun. Do you think the internet is healing? In what way? Like I don't think it's ever changed really. I think there's always been people making stuff for fun, and there's always been people doing it for business. And I don't think there's either one's wrong. It's just a matter of like which one's the kind of content that's getting pushed more. I don't think any of that stuff has ever stopped existing. It's just a matter of like who's popular now. I'm going to omakase. Merlin, you never eat bad meals. All you do is eat good meals and talk about it here for the rest of us that can't eat it. What else are you gonna eat, huh? What else can you eat, Merlin? It's all about the algo. Yep. And it's up to people figuring it out too, right? Making it their own. Using the algorithm and making it fun for them. Sometimes it fits people better than others. Talks about good meals and complains when you mention good meals. Like he's not gonna get that. Yeah. Oh, you know. I'm going to High Steak. What is High Steakhouse? That sounds familiar, but I don't know what that is. I feel like you never have bad meals. Like you eat so many good meals. Is that Wagyu? Gotta find your algorithm. Exactly. I think you need to be enjoying the content you make first and foremost. Yeah, I mean I think that's a given for one. For especially new people, new creators, I think that's you have to be doing that or it's not gonna last. Probably not gonna last. I don't think I was saying Merlin. Seems like he would drop that. What? It's a high-end steakhouse in the middle of Waikiki where they only hire pit masters. What's a pit master? To cook. A K-pop idol recently ate there. Yeah, I'm not surprised that you're eating there. How much does it cost? What is a pit master? And if it's in Waikiki, especially, that's going to be so expensive. I wonder if I've been there. I wonder if I've been there. It sounds so familiar. $100 for a good steak and dessert. Pitmaster is a barbecue expert. Let me look this up. I feel like I've been there. What's the name? Highs. Oh, they have one in Toronto as well. Let me see. Why does this sound so familiar? I don't think I've been here. This looks bougie. Wait, have I been here? Why does it look? It's like a book. Hell no, I haven't been here. Look at this place. It looks like a haunted mansion. You're eating in some rich person's home. I have not been here. I would have remembered this. Yeah, I would have remembered. I don't think I've ever been here. This is what Merlin eats on the daily, guys. This is like his average meal. That's a mobster hangout. I know. This is just a regular day for Merlin. No biggie. $100 steaks. It's Merlin's house. That does remind me of OTV 7 library set. Well, it looks like a library. Eating steak shit. I can actually eat steak. That's one of the few things I can eat. So, guys, I have less than. How many days is that? I figured out less affirmed Sakura was in Hawaii because she posted a pic eating in a restaurant and identified it was highs. Sorry. Less affirm Sakura. Do you have allergy? I do. I wonder if she's back yet. I never even had a $100 meal. I've had a multiple times. Not that I regret it, but I had a very there's a place that I used to go to in LA that's literally like per person is like a $300 something meal per person. It's omakase place, and you end up paying over $1,000 every time because in addition to that, you're gonna get sake. You're gonna get, and that's like an extra $200. And that's not including tip, right? So you're already spending like $1,000 and a minimum of like 20% tip. Like, it's excellent, but you have like, damn, I really just spent that for that. I really just spent over $1,000, like $2,000 for one meal that I'm gonna be shitting out and hungry next morning. But it was an experience. It was an experience. One of those pay for the experience. Yeah, but the thing is, I've been to that place like 4 times. That's the place that one time, remember, I was telling you guys, like, there's like this crazy like homeless dude came in and was like chase like this other guy, security, I don't know where he was from, but was chasing him around this fancy restaurant, and he's just like running around just avoiding this the security guard. And then I just stood up and he was like, no, don't touch him. I was like, I'm not going to. I just want this to end because this is ruining a very expensive experience. So I just stood up. I didn't touch the dude. I just like got in his way so that the security guard could grab him. I just was like, I stood on business because I'm paying for this. I don't think anybody else in the restaurant did anything. Anyway, it was they all sent me drinks after, which was nice. Free sake. I got sent bottles. Anyway, I literally set a screen. I literally got in the way between the tables so like the security guard could just grab him. I wasn't gonna touch the dude, but like if he had like swung on me, then I'm taking him down. You know what I mean? So what's he gonna do? Anyway, I stood in front of him so the security guard could grab him, but like I couldn't believe that no one else in the restaurant didn't do anything. I was like, this is going on. It went on for more than like 2 minutes. Actually, not maybe about a minute. It felt longer though. But it was like a fancy ass place and nobody was doing anything. Anyway, I was just irritated. But then I got free drinks, which is like, I'm telling you, that sake, they overcharged significantly. Pick and roll and find out. Dude, I was just so annoyed. I was like, do you know how much we're paying for this? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is going on for so long. I was just more irritated. Well, the thing is, like, the moment I stood up, he was like, don't. The security guard was freaking out. He's like, don't touch him. Don't touch him. Like, I wasn't going to. But, like, I just wanted him to, like, someone get in his way so the security guard can get him out of here. It was just such a crazy experience. I wasn't trying to, like, hurt the dude. Also because they don't know what the guy's going to do. He was clearly, like, not all there. Like, he was, like, murmuring to himself, and he was calling the security guard crazy, and he's trying out to get him kind of thing. So I don't know. He didn't seem like he was going to be... If he was going to be aggressive, then so be it. But he didn't seem like... I don't know. Maybe he had a weapon. I don't know. But in the moment, it seemed more dangerous to like let that continue. Like it seemed more unpredictable. He's running up and down like the... He's playing like Ring Around the Rosy like with the tables. And everybody was just like looking. Everybody was silent in there, but everyone's just like looking. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got free drinks, so I'm glad. But it could have been bad. Like the more I thought about it, like in the moment, it could have been bad. Like, what if he did have like a knife or a gun or something, you know? But yeah, that place is called Sushi Zo, and it is really. Let me check the price. Sushi Zo, downtown LA price. Okay, so this is right here. So starting omakase, I think it's more. I don't think it's $230. I'm pretty sure it was like 300. It was over 200 for sure. Starting price is $230 a person, but it can easily exceed 400 per person with tax and tip, and that's not even including like sake. Go to Sushi Zo for a dinner and free show. Bacon, it is really good. Don't get me wrong. It's really, really good. I don't think it's worth doing maybe once, like a very like if you're taking someone's like for their birthday, right? Like then it's a very special occasion. Go to Sushi Zo, ask a friend to run around the table, set a screen and free drinks. Yep. They made me it made it seem like I did something other than try to get that situation over with so we could eat. That's still too expensive for. I mean, it has to be like a special, maybe like a wedding anniversary or something. You know, like instead of like a fancy gift for your significant other, you can take them to Sushi Zo, and it's gonna cost you probably $1,000. But like, you could also for a fancy gift. It's that. Well, I guess it would. Okay, I would rather have jewelry. I feel like that's something that will last longer than a day. It'll cost you more. Like at the minimum, like even that thing said like with tax and tip, it's gonna be $800 for 2 people. If I'm spending more than 10 per meal, I'm passing. I'm saying if it's a bougie thing to do, like if you can afford it, I still felt like I was like, damn.
RAHHHHH.
Thank you, Magic. It's a principle thing. A grand is a month's salary for me. That no things. I know. I'm saying even if you can afford it, and I could afford it, even if you can afford it, it still feels bad. Did you do peak yesterday? That map was hard. Yeah, we did peak. On it. Wait, where did we make it to yesterday? We definitely beat the first. We made it to the ice. Did we beat the ice? I don't remember. I got the different maps mixed up because we also did the morning, which was the previous day, and I almost beat that one. Yeah, I think we did get to the kiln, and then we lost, right? But was that yesterday's map or the one before? Ryan has given about 4K to this restaurant. I have given more than that. I have given more. Because another time, we brought friends. Friends to experience this thing. So there was, I think, 4 of us. And I'm pretty sure I paid for it. So I definitely have given more than 4K to that one restaurant. You beat it drunk. What Janet did, you jumped. Oh yeah, no, but we did that on easy. We did beat it, but we did that on not ascent. We did it on regular, not ascent. I've probably given over 4K to McDonald's. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I've done it. If it were up to me and not the people I was going with, I probably wouldn't have went there more than one time. And it's excellent. Don't get me wrong. Great place. It's the principle. Even if you can afford it, it still feels bad. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just cheap. I don't know. It's just the idea of knowing that no matter how good and how full you feel, you paid that much, and you're gonna be shitting it out and hungry the next day. It's just a principle thing. Like, maybe I'm just cheap. I don't know. Map got changed since it glitched so much. Maybe. I don't know. Nothing wrong with getting value. Yeah, like I don't regret going the first time, but like I do think I did it for other people the other times. Food goes away, not experience. Yeah, but I've already experienced it is my point. Like I said, I don't mind the first time, but I did it like 4 times. But I guess it was for other people to experience. So in a way, I guess that's different. I don't know. But yeah, the first time I don't regret it because it was expensive, but I was like, oh, well, that was awesome. I've never had anything like that. How was the poop after though? Elite. Honestly, average. Not the best poop I've ever had. Pretty average. I ain't paying for that kind of poop ever again. There's a place here in Vegas that Hafu wanted to take me for my birthday, and it's 500 a person. 500 a head, omakase. And I literally said, no, I don't want you to do that. I don't care that I'm not paying, like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I don't even want to eat there. I just told her no. Like, I'm not trying to go there. I mean, it's very nice. Like, don't get me, like, she's super generous. She's very nice. But like, I don't want to do that. She took me and Gumi to that place. I'm not as strong as you. I said, hell yes. What the hell? What the helly? That's something that maybe I would do once. Once. I would never go back. But yeah, I told her no. Don't do that. Maybe once. You better get at least 2 real good poops, yeah, from that. At least 2. My sister took my mom and I went to Omakase. I think it was 70 to 100 per person. It was awesome. I also did, remember when I went to San Diego? I did a Omakase place, and it wasn't San Diego. It was like, is there a place called like Ocean View or Ocean Front or something like that? It's like a town like a little bit north, like 30 minutes north of Oceanside, north of San Diego. And it's Omakase place, highly rated. It's about like, I don't want to say 100 something a person. It wasn't that great. They were trying so hard to make sushi like different. And I figured, like, I thought San Diego and that area was known for their fish. And anyway, you know, I was like trying to say under my breath, like, dude, this is okay. It's really, for $100 something meal, like it's kind of very okay. But like, luckily, the people were nice. Like the people were very, very friendly and very nice. But yeah, I think I think we're spoiled in Vegas. Like, I don't know if you guys have eaten here at restaurants here, but Vegas has excellent food, like top tier. Believe it or not, in the middle of a desert, our sushi is amazing. Our food in general, we have every kind of food. Vegas is such a, like, one of the best food spots. I might be biased though, but I think consistency wise, like, if you come to Vegas, you're gonna have good food. And you know, not all the places are that expensive either. Like, you're not always paying like that kind of price. Most expensive meal I've ever ordered was $50 for a steak for my birthday in a restaurant north of LA. $50 for, well, of course, Honus, you're always eating frickin' Dillons. That's just sausage, isn't it? How much could a frickin' Dillon cost? Vegas buffets, top tier. Dude, if you guys if you want to pick a buffet, I would recommend going very early and going to the Wynn. Wynn buffet is, to me, by far the best one. I know people like Bacchanal and what else was there? And buffet used to be good. I don't think they have that anymore. But I would recommend the Wynn buffet. Are you near like Vegas downtown? No, I'm not. I'm like the opposite of downtown. I'm like Henderson. I'm far away. I'm like far from downtown. The Wynn, yeah. WYNN. Their buffet is really good. Best fall place in Vegas for me, it's called Fall Saigon 8. They have one. They have a couple locations. Saigon 8. To me, that's the best fall. They also have like Fancy People Fall as well, where they put like bone marrow and stuff in it. But to me, they're doing too much. Like, if you just want a good, clean, not expensive bowl, like Fall Saigon 8 is really good. It's always a Saigon place. Yeah, they always have numbers in their name for some reason. What does that mean? Any Vietnamese in chat? What does that mean? Why is there always numbers in it? I don't know what that means. And what does Saigon mean? Is that a place? Another good place, but I only remember the name because it's funny, is Jenny Pho. That one's a little outside of the strip. Probably cheaper though. Oh, it's a city in Vietnam. Well, Fall Saigon 8, bomb. I don't know about 7 and 6 and 5 and all the rest of them, but 8 is bomb. Their 8th iteration. Although you probably will go to one after you're drunk and partied out called Fuck Him Long on Spring Mountain. That's probably like the most. I think it's a little overrated, but it's like a go-to spot when you're completely messed up and like people think it's excellent, but it's okay. It's just excellent because you're probably drunk and hungry most of the time. But like I think it's a little. It's okay. It's okay. But they are open 24 hours, so. Never tried pho, but I always thought it looked flavorless. Is it really that? It's hella flavorful. Unless if you get like the chicken pho. I don't think that one's as good. Helps with hangover. So they say. Oxtail soup at California. Yeah, if you're downtown, what is the name of that restaurant at the California? The oxtail soup is bomb. That's another good place. But that's downtown. That's far from the strip. Pho Noodle Bar is overrated in Spring Mountain. Never been. Never even heard of that. Noodle bar? Never heard. Sushi! Thank you for the 43 months. Welcome back. I don't know where Janet is. We're chilling though. Pho Ga is a lighter, more refreshing taste instead of intense flavors. I don't know what that is. What does that mean? It means chicken pho? Yeah, I don't like the chicken pho. I guess if you want it to be lighter, I think beef is just so much better. Like the beef broth is so tasty. Like it's very flavorful. Well, the person that was asking about like it being flavorful, I think chicken one is not nearly as flavorful. But the beef one is so very tasty. How do you feel about chicken ramen? Same way. I don't like it. I'm always a fan of if they have it I always go miso ramen. If they have it. Number 8 is visually associated with infinity symbol, which reinforcing its meaning of continuous growth and abundance. Oh. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Well, that's why, guys. It's Infinity Pho. That place is bomb. If you guys have to pick a place that's not like the super popular one, Saigon 8's really good. I would recommend. Although I'm not Vietnamese, so I don't know. I can't like. It's just maybe it's the American version of it. I don't know, but that's the one I like. Pho poop rating, top S tier. S tier. Depends on how much MSG they use. If they use MSG, I'm all for it. I'm a fan. If they use MSG in it, I'm a fan. Tonkatsu ramen is tonkatsu is good. I think technically when you do miso, is that not tonkatsu broth too? Like is it still pork broth, right? It's the same broth, but they add miso, right? Or is it not pork broth? I actually don't know. The wife and I were married on 888. Oh, so it means infinity. Anyway, you must be you should try Saigon 8 if you come to Vegas. It'll fit right up your alley. What's your least favorite cuisine? I'm pretty open to a lot. Miso isn't pork by default, but usually... Oh. I see. Least favorite cuisine. I'm pretty open to everything. I'm trying to think of like the last time I've had a cuisine I didn't like. I'm not a picky eater. Is Vegemite? I wouldn't. If Vegemite's a cuisine, then yeah, I don't like that. I don't think it's a cuisine. Would that be considered Australian? Like I don't know. I don't think it's a cuisine. There's certain foods I don't like, but cuisine, not really. I hate this part of the song. Vegemite was alright when consumed. I don't like Vegemite. I don't like durian. Sorry to all of Southeast Asia, but I can't do durian. I've tried more than one occasion now. I just can't. Durian's yummy. So I hear. So I hear. But I can't do it. I really can't. Why is this freezing? Try durian candy? That's not the same thing though. It tastes great, just smells bad, I think. Yeah, but you can taste the smell. I love natto. And people feel the same way about natto. I love natto. And that smells, initially, people think it smells rotten. But I think durian's worse. I'll say it. I don't like it. People say, oh, it smells bad. Yeah, but it tastes good. But half the taste is the smell. How do you not get that smell out of your... I just can't. I can't eat it. I hate natto. Wish I liked it. To be fair, you might be eating it wrong. It depends on what you're eating it with. Also, I hated natto when I was a kid. And now I love it. It depends. Do you eat it with like a little bit of soy sauce? Maybe with a little bit of like with rice, a little egg yolk, like a little quail egg. Like it's really good. Natto with rice and egg yolk. Yeah, if you add a little egg yolk, especially like a quail egg, it's so good. Raw egg yolk with natto is goated combo. Yep. That's the one. So good. Have you tried... I've never tried balut, but I would. Like, if I go back to the Philippines, I was offered it at one point, but I was at an event, so I didn't want to do it at the event. But I was... If I ever go back, I'd do it. I wouldn't go out of my way to eat it, but I'd try it. Yeah, Cage, you know that event, the meet and greet? These, like fan... Well, they weren't fans. They were, They were fans, but they were working at the event. And I thought that was I wasn't gonna do that then and there. Yeah, it just felt like a weird offer. It was nice of them, but I was like, nah, I'm okay. Maybe I'll try it some other time. Which event? That event, that one that I bet you at. What do you mean? I think. Have I been to more events? I don't even know. Have I been there more than once? How many times have I been to the Philippines? Just once, right? Cage, you surely have a counter, I'm sure. Yeah, I've only been there once. So what other event could it have been? I think. They had Kiyoung eat balut on stage. Yeah, I don't remember being on... It was at a meet and greet. That's why I thought, no, it's not the time. If I was on stage, I would have done it. Because at least it's like, I'm on stage. That's when I first had durian, was in Malaysia, I think, on stage. And I couldn't. I wanted to like it, because I didn't want to offend all of Malaysia. But I couldn't hide it. Like, I couldn't hide the fact that I hated it. I tried to hide it, but I couldn't. And I probably offended a lot of Malaysians that day. You make Ryan TikTok edits. Me? Oh no, Merlin? I mean, he made a video about his hair and me wanting to cut it a certain way. I think you love street food in Philippines, including Esau? How do you say that? And Betamax? Betamax? What is that? I don't know what that is. Never even heard of it. Blood just tastes like boiled egg with soup. Beta? Boiled egg with soup. Just kind of looks like a dead bird, hence why it's weird to most people. I mean, I'd try it. I know it's the idea. I've heard like people eating balut and they said they felt a feather. Or they felt like bones and like a feather or something. Oh, I've had pig's blood before. I've had pig's blood. That's blood sausage, right? I'm pretty sure. They make it into a sausage. I've had that. I'm not a big fan. Chicken intestine. Is that like tripe? I like tripe. It's solidified pig's blood. I think I've had that. Isn't that blood sausage? So dashi is the base of miso soup, which is a fish broth. Okay, then I like fish broth more. I also like tonkatsu though. Tonkatsu broth. Durian looks too much like an organ to me. I could. It's not even to me. It's not. It has nothing to do with the looks. Everything to do with the smell. Everything to do with the smell. Blood sausage is different. Oh. Is it though? Do you miss the 2010s? No. I don't really miss any. I'm happy to move forward. Maybe like I'm trying to think. What do I miss from 2010s? Being able to play basketball and not get hurt. I don't really miss basketball that much. 2014 I missed because the Spurs were they were really good. So I missed that, but not really anymore because they have Wemby. So it's exciting times again. I don't really miss 2010s. Not really. Do I miss like traveling the world? Not really. Like I enjoyed it when it was happening, but I think I've gotten past that. I don't really have the urge to tour. Actually during the tour was stressful too, but no, not really. What about parties? I'm not a partier. I'm really, even in my early 20s, I'm very boring. After I turned 21 and I had a phase of like going to clubs and stuff like that for about 6 months, I just never went again because it wasn't fun. I realized how pointless it was. So from my early 20s on, I was pretty boring. Like I got it out of me. Like I know I had a lot of friends all throughout their 20s and even now still go to clubs and stuff. I just got over it really quick and it's not for me. You got out clubbing after every stream. Well, yeah, but that's for work. Not partying isn't boring. I don't know why that's a standard for being interesting. Well, I mean, in terms of like going out and stuff like that, like doing things with friends, I would rather just be home playing video games. Like I know that sounds boring, and it is in comparison, but I'd rather just be at home. If I want to drink, I'll get my own drinks, or drink with friends online playing a game. You get it way cheaper. That was my 20s. Like I probably didn't have, and I lived in Vegas. Like I had offers to go. I had free tables. Like, so I would go, but it was usually to take other friends who want to go, because I got offered a table. So I'm like, well, do you guys want to go? Because I don't want to go, but it's a free table. So other people would want to go, so I'd go for them. You know? I hated it though. I hated going to clubs. I hated dressing up. I wore the same button down for about 5 years. Like any picture of me at a club, I have the same button down. And then I got a new one that looks exactly the same, but it's slightly different. I hated dressing up. I hated going to clubs. The black one, no, it's kind of it was a gray one. It was a gray one in my 20s. Now I have more. I have more now, but I just don't go out. Was it a tape button? No. What about party? No, I would have people over at my place. I would much prefer that. And I would do that for like occasions like Super Bowl or New Year's or not New Year's too often. I'm trying to think of other events people came over for. Like reasons to have people over to the house would be more likely than going out. I already went out a lot in my early 20s. I'm 30. I'd rather just be home. See, but that was me, but even in my early 20s. That was me before the age of 25. I would say after 21, after 22, that's when I tried to stay home as much as possible. And if I did go out, it was usually for the people around me. Clubbing is overrated. The thing is, I don't like dancing. I'm sure if you like dancing, it's fun, right? I just hate everything about club. Like if I had to make a list, I don't like crowds. I don't like paying extra money. I don't think anyone does. Overpriced drinks. I don't like loud noises, especially music I don't care about. EDM, usually a lot of the time. Like I don't like being out late. Like it's all these lists of things that I don't like, and I realized that very early. Like, why am I here? What am I? And I don't like dressing up. It's like all these things I hate about clubs, and it took me like a year after I turned 21 to realize like I just don't like any of this stuff. So why am I here? And then I realized the only reason I would do that is because my friends want to do that, and it's to be around. That's the only plus, is to be around friends and getting free shit. Like that's why I would do it, but I hated it. And I think I made that realization very early on in my life. Big mood. Yeah, but I don't care that if other people are very different. Like people love dancing. I don't like to dance. You know, people like being around other people. They get more energy. Granted, nobody likes to pay extra for drinks, but it's about being in like I'm assuming it's about being around people and being hyped with other people, I guess. I guess that's the appeal, but I just never got into that. I never was like a fan. And introverted, so I would feel exhausted. But there's nothing wrong with that. If you're into that, then take advantage of it while you're young, you know? You've never been in a club. Is there not a lot of clubs in the Philippines? Not into dancing. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get the enjoyment of jumping up and down in a crowded area, sweaty people touching you. I don't get especially for EDM, where you're just jumping. What is that? What is that? Is that fun? Is that fun? There's no space to really dance, and you're not really dancing. You're all like, and I'm there not dancing, so I'm like, or like this. Moshing? It's an excuse to get cardio. See, if that's the case, then great. If that's how you get your cardio in, then great. If you enjoy that, that's good. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But I don't even like drinking that much anymore. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I guess you could technically a club's better for you then, because you won't want to buy as many drinks because it's expensive. I don't know. To me, if I'm at a club, I'm gonna drink because it's the only way for me to get through it and not go crazy and want to go home. It's the only way I'm gonna make it through the night, is if I drink. I need to be under the influence to enjoy it or to numb it. Craving is something I would only do under the influence. I don't like drinking. Yeah. Have you ever watched an edit of yourself in TikTok? Are you talking about like what's it called? No. What is it called? No, not fan edits. Are you talking about the ones thirst trap? Are you talking about thirst trap videos? Because I make all my own. So yes, I watch them because I make those. That's me. That's my account. I put those out. People are like, who is making all these thirst traps? That's me. I make them. I edit those. Guys, how do you expect to get thirst trap? Do you guys not make your own? How do you expect? You expect someone else to do it for you? You guys got to make your own thirst traps. If you don't do it, who's gonna? You know? Should run the link I sent you. Who is this? Is this a Merlin video? Oh God, Merlin. Why though? See, and then you have imitators who hold on. Why though? I told you I already make my own thirst traps. We don't need more of you guys making this nonsense. That's not a K-pop fan. There's no K-pop in it. A shirt trap? I was going to accidentally send that link instead of the haircut video. Accidentally, you say. Most of those shirts, I don't feel like any of them are gone. Fan edits? Okay, well... I make my own fan edits, so you guys don't have to. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Damn, I wonder where she went. I thought she'd be back by now. Looks like we're not we're not peaking anytime soon. I'm about to start making fan edits too. You should do it of yourself. Everybody should make their own fan edits. Because if you're not gonna do it, who will? You know? Do it of yourself. Gonna go make a shirt trap edit of Ryan's black shirts he wore on stream. You're so right. I know. You have to first hype yourself up. Solo peak? I could, but I was waiting for Janet to get home. I thought she would be back by now, but To make them thirsty, you have to first engineer the drought. Well, if you haven't made one yet, you are in a drought. Do you own any green t-shirts? Yes. But it was a prop. I think it was just used for a video where I played the Hulk. So I bought it because I played the Hulk, like a cheap version of the Hulk, and I just wore a green shirt. I'm pretty sure I own a green t-shirt. Peak speedrun on Tenderfoot, 45-minute target. On Tenderfoot? I've never played it on Tenderfoot. How much easier is it? What's the worst color to wear? For me? Honestly, I don't like wearing any real colors. I just wear black shirts, gray shirts, whatever you call those. Anything other than that, I don't like to wear. Yellow, blue, yeah, red. Nah, I don't really like wearing any of that color. I don't think I look good in red. I don't even know if I look good in them. Like, I actually don't know. I don't think there's a difference. Did you ever get the pickle shirt from the Photoshop stream? I did. It was a jacket, right? Or sweater or something. Oh. So yeah, I did. It's somewhere. Neutral colors are the way. Yeah, I don't really like bright colors, but I don't see like why I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to. I don't really care too much, to be honest. Your skin color shirt is always the worst. What the hell is my skin color shirt? What? I have a skin color shirt? I don't know what that means. Have you been to a chiropractor? Yeah, I used to go all the time. I don't go anymore. When I was in wrestling and judo, I used to go like once a month because I'd be messed up. I mean, I have like the color that exactly matches your skin. Oh, you're saying in general, like that color would be a bad shirt. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't own one of those. I don't think. This is the day the chatter finds out they're colorblind. I took one. I feel like it's good to take those tests because you would never know, right? You just see things a different way. I thought everyone took those tests when they were younger. Do you have a favorite shirt? I have 3 of the same black shirts that I really enjoy because of how they feel, that I also got as a gift. So yes, but also there's 3 of them. They're exactly the same. Same size, same brand, same everything. It's comfy, it's newer, but Uniqlo tee guy, I don't remember. I bought something from Uniqlo before. It was overseas and it shrank a lot. So I don't know. I don't remember what I had from there. I actually don't remember. But Uniqlo moved, like they had that. It wasn't in Asia, I'm pretty sure, or Australia. Do we have Uniqlo in the US? Uniqlo shrinks. It's either shrinks or it was too small for me. I bought like a size too small. Wait, did we always have Uniqlo here? I thought that was an Asia thing. Because I don't remember where I was. I was overseas somewhere, either Australia or Asia. And people were like, oh, you got to shop at Uniqlo. They make shirts and stuff that fit Asian bodies. I was like, okay. And then I remember getting it and being like, this don't fit. This don't fit. I'm not Asian, I guess. It don't fit me. It feels wrong. Or I got too small a size. I probably didn't try it on. That's probably the problem. Uniqlo has been here a while now. Oh, I didn't know that. I buy from there all the time when I go to Disney. They have that at Disneyland? The guy I had a crush on in high school worked there, so I would go all the time. Damn, you were a stalker. Do you think he knew? Damn, she shops here often. I wonder why. You think he knew? Nuh-uh, I was a shopper. Yeah, but did you actually shop or did you go there just to look? To keep tabs? They're the new H&M? What happened to H&M? I went to H&M recently with Myung. I got another black shirt. And it's a V-neck, kinda. Actually, no, it's not a V-neck, but it's a regular shirt, but the V is up here. It's kind of uncomfortable. But it was cheap. I got another black shirt, and I got joggers. I think they're called joggers. It's a high neck V-neck. Yeah, it's a V, but it's like up here. It's kind of uncomfortable. It's not one of my favorites, but it was cheap. It's probably too small. No, it's not that small. Pretty sure it's like a medium. Or is it a large? I don't even know. But it's not too small. It's just not the most comfortable. Would you recommend IEMs as a better alternative for headphones? I mean, I'm using them, so yeah, I like them. I don't have anything against headphones though. I just think it's more comfortable, personally. It is more expensive. At least the ones I got were kind of expensive, but I don't think you need to go expensive. There's cheaper options. Do you thrift? No, not really. Well, when you say thrift, what do you mean by that? I don't really shop in general. Thoughts on Crocs? I don't really have any thoughts. I've had a pair that's kind of comfy. It's just slippers. I don't know. I'm not that picky. They have a store located on their website. There are a few in SoCal. I wonder if they have that here. I'll give it a shot though, especially if it's not expensive. I got 7 pairs of Black Crew shirts already. Well, like I said, I'm not hard to, like, it's not hard for me to find, or I don't shop a lot because I get the same stuff over and over. So why would I need to shop? I already have what I'm going to wear, you know, for the most part. Damn, do we solo one? Do we? I'm sure she'll be back any second now. Surely. Anti-consumerism lifestyle. Dang, I don't know if it's laziness. Thrift, like find some pre-owned or vintage clothing. Nah, I haven't done that. I've probably been the one that's donated the old stuff. There's probably better places, but we used to donate a lot to Goodwill. Wait, was it Goodwill? What's the name of that store? They have so many locations, and they sell it for profit too. I feel like it's not like there's better places to donate stuff, but that's where we used to go because it was so easy. Thrifting these days is impossible. So you're saying there's a chance we own one of your black shirts? I don't donate my black shirts. I still wear them. You might have one of my old colorful shirts though. There is a chance. So if you're buying black shirts, that's not me. I'm still using them. I got a black shirt that's from when I was in high school. And I still wear it occasionally. It is a little small though, but it's a stretchy black shirt, so it still works. Doesn't look like there are any in NV at all. You talking about Uniqlo? I just think Goodwill was giving my clothes to homeless people when I was little. I felt like a good Samaritan. Me too. Or at least like, well, what really stood out to me is when I think they started building so many like gigantic buildings. And then I found out like they're not giving this stuff away. You still have to buy them. Like they're not clothing. Yeah, like they're not clothing. Like you have to buy them still. They're not giving it away. They're not donating it. They're selling it for profit. I didn't know that initially. I thought they were just like clothing people. Ryan got his value out of his shirts. Yep. And my shoes too. My $700 something shoes. I'm still wearing them from 2018 or so. And I told myself I got another, what is it now? 3 more years till I say it was worth it. And I'm gonna wear them until I wear them for 10 years. I'm gonna wear them for at least 10 years. and then I'll be like, I didn't get scammed. So it's been 7. Was it Nike? No, it was Balenciaga. Like the sock shoes, it's very comfy, don't get me wrong. But the fact that I got peer pressured to buy that, that's another, like, that's like our whole sushi talks. I got peer pressured. And then I kind of had insta regret after it was already too late. But anyway, they're actually very comfy. However, I said I'm only gonna feel good about this if I wear them for 10 years. Cause that's like $70 shoes every year. Did you return it? Nah, couldn't return it. I had insta regret though. They are incredibly comfortable though, I will say. But not $700 comfy. Unless if it lasts 10 years, then I think maybe worth. Well, a friend brought $800 Gucci shoes and never wore them and sold them 6 months later. Well, that's silly. Why buy them if you're not going to use them? No one look at me with my shoe collection. Where are your shoes, chat? Marlon, you just buy shoes. I mean, that's a real thing. People do like to collect shoes, right? That's a real thing too. I'm a shoe collector that wears my shoes. Yeah, that's good. Merlin got money, man. Merlin got money. Eating $100 steaks, has tons of different shoes he collects. Oh, we know now. You doxed yourself. You doxed yourself, all right. He's an oiler. What do you mean I got money? I live with my parents. And he's got even more money because he doesn't have to pay rent. Even more money. He got money. Buying shoes and never wear them sounds like hoarding to me. Hey, you'd be surprised how many people have shoe collections. It's not hoarding. It's a collector's thing. It's just like collecting cards. They see it the same way. Collecting, what else? Watches. Watches are very expensive. Shoe collecting is not a new thing. They have like conventions for that. Like actual conventions. Hoarders call themselves collectors? No, there's a big difference. Come on now. Hoarding is very different. Have you ever watched the show Hoarders? That's not the same thing as a collector. I'm not a hoarder, just sentimental. PJ Tucker has 5,000 pairs. That's great. Well, the thing is, they have an advantage, right? They're sponsored a lot of times. Not only are they multimillionaires, a lot of those are getting sent to them for free. I mean, I remember when Jeremy was in LA, he had a whole wall full of shoes. Not thousands, but he had a wall with all his shoes. Like most of them probably not even used once. But like, it's just like a common thing. I think we're like, it's basketball players. Like, I think a lot of those he didn't buy. He got just sent because he was sponsored by Adidas, I think at the time. Maybe Nike at one point. And then it was Adidas. I don't know. It sounds like hoarding to me. It's a collection. He had it displayed. It's art. That's not hoarding. Because then you can call anyone with a collection of anything a hoarder. And I don't think that's true. Yeah, I have a bunch of black shirts. I'm not a hoarder for black shirts. Hoarders are collectors, but collectors are not hoarders. Are all hoarders collectors? Because I don't think that's always the case. You kinda are. Okay, what is your definition of a hoarder? Because I keep clothing, like, do you guys not own a closet of shirts and pants and socks? Like, do you not have underwear? Like, is that hoarding for having multiple of the same thing? That's just having clothes. That's not hoarding. That's not a hoarder. That's just called having a closet. You throw away after your first use. Okay, I see. Disposable clothes. You don't want to know how many pairs of Hanes Crew socks. How many pairs? I do want to know. They're hoarding a collection, not collecting. What are you talking about? That's not. I think you have a different definition of hoarder. That's not a hoarder. That's a collector. I have probably over 15 shorts and shirts. What's short? Oh, shorts. I don't know why I read that shirts and shirts. Shorts and shirts. I think that's normal. I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy. I do have a lot of black shirts though. Probably more than like 20. Is that hoarding? Because I don't need it. I don't go through all of them. I don't think that's hoarding. Hoarders are people that keep random things, tons of it, and collectors know exactly what they have and how much they have of it. And I think, again, people who collect shoes, that's a collection. That's not hoarding. Some of them, even like Jeremy, used it as art. It's like to display on his wall. More than a singular shirt is excessive, you hoarder. All right, well, I mean, you go live your life with one shirt. I don't know how or when. What happens when you gotta wash it, huh? Do you just not wash it?
Thank you for subscribing to Ryan.
You go shirtless to wash your clothes? Yo, DK, thank you for tier 1. Thank you, DK. Shower with the shirt on? That could also work. I don't think that's a collection either, though. I mean, it's kind of a collection, no? The Charles Barkley method? What is the Charles Barkley method? I'm trying to think of other things that I've collected in the past. He used to shower with his jersey on? That's crazy. Is that before they had people to do that for him? Because I feel like athletes don't need to do their own laundry anymore. Like, I feel like they just give it to someone to do and they are presented with a new one every game. Like, they don't need to do that. Holloway versus Poirier 3, who you got? I mean, you know I'm Team Holloway every time. Every time. And now he's heavier. So, I'm always Team Holloway. I think he takes it. Although I did think that the first time, but I can understand why. He looked underweight the first time. The second time they fought, not the first time. He looked like he couldn't handle the power and he should have stayed or like built up in weight. He looked smaller, but maybe he'll be like prepared, you know? I'm always Team Holloway though. Who you got tomorrow? PSG or Chelsea? Are they fighters as well? Because I don't know who that is. Who's Chelsea? Pierre Saint George? PSG? Pierre Saint George versus Chelsea? That's soccer. I'm on George St. Pierre's team, so PSG for sure. I'm a GSP fan, I would say. Winter clothes when you travel places like Korea. Winter clothes? FIFA Club World Cup. It's the World Cup right now? Wow, I didn't hear anything about it. Guys, did you know it's the World Cup right now? Why is nobody talking about that? I feel like that's usually a very usually talked about thing. I was not impressed with his performance. That is a GSP classic. I was not impressed with your performance. It's the Club World Cup. It's a different thing. Oh, so that's why we don't care. Are you still streaming Val? I will be. I've just been playing a lot of Peak lately. And then we have to get into Marvel Rivals because we have a tournament coming up. But I will say that there is also a Val tournament coming up right after that. So we're going to have to play it. We're probably going to have to play it. US versus Mexico for R1. Are we going to lose? I feel like we're always bad at soccer, no? Are we going to lose? Their kids still recognize you in your YouTube days. Kids? Yeah, but they're probably adults now. A lot older most of the time. So I wouldn't say kids. They were kids. Can you still do a handstand? Yeah, probably. I haven't done one in years, but yeah, probably. So people who isn't very into soccer don't know about it. You talking about this World Cup? I know what the World Cup is. I just don't know what the World Cup Club Cup is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. And so with the BJ Penn situation, I have no idea. I saw clips of it. It might be a what's it called? It might be a CTE thing. I don't know. It looks like he's kind of been having issues. Yeah, I have no idea. He's claiming his mom is not his real mom or something like that. Yeah, I have no idea. You look incredible for your age. Thanks, Audie. Thank you for including the last part. You know what? We'll take it. At my age, we take any kind of compliment. You look incredible for your age. You can say that to me. I actually don't mind. Don't say that to some other people, though. Don't say that to some other people. And don't bother me. Not the... I don't mind it at all. I'll take it. But some people might be a little offended by something like that. You know what I mean? It's better than the opposite. Hey, you look kind of geriatric for your age. And his family was replaced with aliens and recently threatened his mom, so Hawaii wants him put under. I feel like that's not like unjustified. I think that's concerning. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see, but you know, it happens. A lot of head injuries. And what if he's right? What if? You know? Gotta see that. So yeah, he took a lot of like CTE, probably. Look at football players. Look at actually you would think more in more fighters, but football players too. Theirs is worse. Mm-hmm. To what extent would you take it? I heard someone once say, "You look good for an Asian person." Yeah, it's just racist. I've had that many times. I've been told that before to my face. But like, it is what it is. Like, you know what it is. You know it's an insult. But like, I've heard worse. Isn't there propaganda calling it a myth? What are you talking about? CTE? Football has higher impact, but less of it? I think football is less impact to the head, but it happens every play, so it happens more often. Isn't there if there's propaganda calling that a myth, then how do you explain what happens to football players? Majority of them, when they go crazy. How and why it happens so consistently? I don't think you can call it a myth. It's just like it's happened too many times. And they found like there's a whole movie about it. There's medical studies. Yeah, it's been published. I don't know who's saying that that's propaganda. Like, what do they get out of it? Tell the truth. Imagine people doing power stuff, like speed running CTE. See, but I also heard that football is worse than contact sports like that because they're getting knocked out, right? But, so yes, they can get concussions. However, in football, every single play, especially like linemen, they're getting mini concussions every single play. So in one game, they're getting, let's say, I don't know how many snaps do you have? Like 30 to 40. Like, how many times are you getting a concussion? Like every single play, every snap, you're getting a mini concussion, sometimes worse than others. And that's arguably worse than getting knocked out once. Same with boxers, why it's so dangerous, right? Like if you get knocked out, that's probably better than going through a 12-round fight, getting constantly fucked up. You know, like I think for your brain's health, it's better to get knocked out once than to get constant getting beat up, which is why they pull fighters who are getting beat up and not getting knocked out, because like in the long run, it's not worth it, right? I'm from Hilo 2, currently living in Kalmana. You're amazing, man. Also, BJ is going nuts over here. Yeah, I heard, but hope you're good back home. I heard it's been raining a lot. Actually, not yesterday, right? I heard it's been raining a ton. That's all my dad complains about. But yeah. Yeah, I heard BJ is having it rough right now. I saw some clips. I thought it was like a joke at first, but yeah, it was kind of sad to see. Every time he's had a lot of issues with people, and his past PR after like his fighting career has been kind of bad. But from my experience with him, every time I've met him, I've seen him in restaurants downtown. Like he's always like the nicest guy. Hard to watch what has happened, but from my personal experience, I've witnessed nothing but like really good things from him. I don't know when it started to change, but I think it was post fight career. Boxers have it worse, yeah. I think there was a study saying like it was like it's more dangerous to box, right? Because they don't knock you out versus like in like a UFC fight or MMA. Like when you do get knocked out, it's the same concept. Like getting knocked out, it ends. Sometimes boxers are getting concussions and they continue. Does BJ know you by name? Yeah, he did. He came up to me at a restaurant once. We were at the same restaurant. But maybe not anymore. I don't know. About 50% of them have CTE. Are you making up that number, Chetty? I actually don't know. Hot take, getting punched in the head a lot is bad. Yeah, but here's your hot take. Is that worse than getting hit hard enough to knock out? Getting hit multiple times softer or getting knocked out once? What is worse? I thought you were in the basketball thing? Nah, I didn't even know that was happening. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't play basketball anymore. I personally just wouldn't get hit. Honestly, I don't know why they don't think about that. Like realistically, like if they don't want brain damage, just don't get hit. They just don't do that. Just dodge, yeah, or parry. Dodge or parry. B, press B. Saw you wrestled Derek and Paco, you still got some. I mean, they don't know how to wrestle. So it wasn't really, like I was beating up on them because they don't know how to wrestle. I mean, I guess Derek did do wrestling, but that's going to happen to anyone that doesn't know how to wrestle. Like, if you know how to wrestle versus a non-wrestler, like you're going to win every time, even if they're gigantic. They hold flash, spam B. That's the dodge, man. Just don't get hit. You said you were in a youth team before for basketball? Oh, I was in like not youth. Definitely not youth, because there's a lot of old people. We played with some youth, but it was a Filipino league, which is also not a Filipino league. It was just a league that started by Filipinos, but like Asian league, but also not just Asians anymore. It was like a league for everybody. White, black, Mexican, everybody. But initially, I think it started as a Filipino league. But I played in that for a bit. Just a basketball? No, it was like very like don't get me wrong, there's a ton of majority probably Filipinos and Asians. But it used to be called the Filipino League because I think it was started by Filipino people. 1v1 versus Abe wrestling. Who do you think wins? Abe doesn't know how to wrestle. Come on now. Abe doesn't know how to wrestle. I don't think it would be a if he ever wanted to, I would wrestle Abe. I don't think it would be a fair competition. He has his tank top. Oh yeah, I'd fear that. His tank top, of course. He said he wrestled for a year and a half. Yeah, but I mean, maybe he's really good. Maybe he was really good. I don't know. I just don't think it'd be fair. I'm also bigger than him too, so like maybe weight-wise we might be similar, but I'm also like lengthier, and maybe if he gets omega strong from his whole lock-in thing, maybe because he would work out more than me in terms of lifting and stuff. But I think technique is more important than strength. Did you ever go on hot ones? I wouldn't say no, but I'm not a big fan of like I can't deal with heat. It's not so much like the burning of the mouth that matters to me. It's about the burning of the ass. I don't want to deal with that. Or the stomach ache. I don't care. I can burn my mouth. I just don't want my ass to be burning later. You know what I mean? That to me is the part I can't deal with. What was your position in basketball? When I was a kid, from ages 5 to like 13. I was a shooting guard. 3 and D. I couldn't do anything else. Couldn't drive. Even my free throws, I went back to nearly the 3-point line. I could only shoot threes. Only was in there for defense. And then I had surgery on this wrist, and now it doesn't bend. So when I got older and played basketball again, I had to move to point guard because I couldn't shoot for shit. And I had to learn how to dribble and drive and pass, which I also wasn't good at, but like I had to because I couldn't shoot. And I was one of the smaller ones too. Whoops. He doesn't want BTS. Yeah, I know. If you could have stats system IRL and distribute points however you want, where would you put them? For what? For stats for what? Like what are the categories? And for what? Just life? Just have a metal rod in your, it's not a rod. This one got taken out, but I still have metal that's in here, and that's permanent. It's like a little bit of like a little plate. Dexterity, intelligence, strength, stamina, defense, etc. Well, being that I don't really need to do anything physical in life, in real life, I'd be low strength, but I'd have some. Low dexterity, because I have some. Low defense, because I'm not planning to get hit, but I would have extremely high intelligence and probably stamina to like go out and do things throughout the day. Because what am I needing strength for? If I'm not playing sports. You would just want intelligence and stamina to last. You beep at airport gates? Nah, it's too thin. Or it's maybe the type of metal? I don't know. In case you want to pick up a heavy box, that's why I would have 1 into strength. How many strength do you need to pick up a heavy box? I don't think that's ever going to be a big problem for me. You know what I mean? I don't think you need more than one attribute into strength. Now, if you're talking like, oh, I'm going to compete in basketball, that'd be completely different. High dex, high stamina, low intelligence. No, intelligence would still be good. High dex, high stam, maybe a little bit of strength. But I'm not trying to be an athlete, you know? Like realistically, being at airport gates would be it would be awkward. Also, it's not like now they put you in the full thing where you gotta put your hands up, right? The scan thing. It's not like a beeping thing anyway. Would you beat Michael Jordan in peak? Hell yeah. I don't think that guy even knows how to game. Now, if you said Tim Duncan, he might actually know how to game. 0 in charisma? Yeah, what do you need for that? You don't need charisma. Basketball. 0 points in charisma. Ryan beats Michael Jordan in League. I think I beat him in any game, I'll be honest. I beat him in 2K too. I bet he don't play 2K. Do spicy foods get a bonus on their poop rating or a minus? For me, it's a minus. I can't deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. W confidence, thank you. It's probably the best place for a vacation. For me, because it's home. It depends on what you want to do. What do you like doing? What do you like seeing? Definitely Ryan's a better player than Michael Jordan, guys. Yeah. I think in terms of video games, probably. I would say so. Unless if he has some secret stuff that we don't know about. I wouldn't say I was better than Luca at video games. Me personally. He beat you in Candy Crush. Does he play that? I was pretty good at Candy Crush. I'm just saying, I played a lot. Back in the day. Back in the day. I played a little bit, a lot of Candy Crush. Not anymore, though. I'm level 16,000 on Candy Crush. 16,000. I don't remember what it was at. I think I stopped when it was in like the hundreds or 1,000, like at 1,000. I don't remember. That's insane that they just keep going. I think the joy is that old people play Candy Crush. Yeah, but the thing is, I used to play it. So I don't think I'd be that bad at it. I was pretty good. I was pretty good back then. Maybe I'd have a chance still. You played every day for 4 years. That's crazy. The Candy Crush era is wild. Why did I think that was considered? Dude, I still think Candy Crush is a good game. Like, it's visually stimulating. It's like I think it's still a good game. Like, if you ever went back and played it, I haven't done it recently, but like if you ever went back and played it, it's still a fun game. And the way it's set up to make you like increasingly get better and better, it's just a good game. It's simple. Same for Subway Surfers. I don't recall playing that. I know it was big. I just never played it. Candy Crush or Fruit Ninja? I didn't really play Fruit Ninja either, but I was a Candy Crush player for sure. It was just satisfying to watch. Sorry. He did real life Fruit Ninja though. Yep. I won't forget that. Maybe that's why I never wanted to play it ever. Whoops. Let me refresh this real quick. Chat froze. Hold on. Surprised I never got a Candy Crush movie. Missed opportunity for the lore. I mean, it's a video game about crushing candy. This is gonna be a... You could, I guess, but it was just like a fad. I saw you did for Ninja and hospitalized yourself. I just went to the ER. I didn't get hospitalized. Yeah, no? When you got a cut in your nose, you didn't train. No, I got a cut on my nose because we did a second take. We already got the shot. I just wanted to get a safety take, a second one. That's why it happened. It's always a second take. I prefer Ryan's fake trailer from Minecraft over the actual Minecraft movie. I honestly, unironically, did not hate the Minecraft movie the way that a lot of people have. I thought it was better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was better than what I was expecting. And that's probably why I had extremely low expectations. It was much better than I thought it was going to be, personally. Tap Tap Revenge is still the best. Tap Tap Revenge? Is that the keyboard one? No. That's like the one on the iPhone, right? That's an app. There was one that I played growing up that was like, you use the arrows on the keyboard, and it was like Dance Dance Revolution, but it was like keyboard. I used to play that. The theater I saw that gave me a glowing ice cube in my bev. Damn, you had dranks? That would make it fun. Flash, that's the one. Flash Revolution. I like memorized some of the songs. I played so much of that. Flash Revolution. Something like that. I thought it was called Tap Tap, but maybe it was Flash. I played Farmville, Mafia, Pet Society, Mob Wars, Cafe. I used to play Farmville. I had a Farmville and a Mafia something. I don't know what it Mafia something. I had that era too. Back when Facebook was popping. Dude, Farmville was a good game too. That was a good game as well. What songs were popular? I would have to like, if I saw it, I would know and I would memorize. Like if I heard it, I would know exactly where it was from. I just don't remember the name. I think one was called like Techno something. I would play the same levels over and over because it was just fun to listen to. Farmville was dangerous fun. Yeah, that was like also it was one of the first of its kind, right? Like the farming games and like coming back to it like 8 hours, 4 hours. Like it was like one of the first of its kind. From what I remember. I didn't play like Stardew and stuff like that. I don't know when that existed, but Farmville was old. I remember making fun of people that played Farmville, and then I tried it and I was like into it. I was like, damn, I get it now. I get why people are into this. How do you reckon a live action Dragon Ball Z film would go down? Well, they've already done it and it was not good. If they do another one, I'm sure it'll be a lot better because they know like the criticisms this time around. I think at the time they were just trying to milk it. It's a tough thing to do though. Like those characters, like to me, you almost can't do live action. You have to do like a realistic animation, if anything. That DBZ film has got to be erased from the records. Yeah, but I think we all have to just know that it happened. You know, we have to live and learn from it. We can improve from it. And now they won't. When they make the next one, eventually, inevitably, it's not gonna be like that. Surely, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Same thing with the Avatar movie, right? Then they made the show after, and that was better. Right? Never again. I don't think they ever will drop the ball that way. From all the negativity they got, I don't think they'll drop the ball the same way. That one had to inevitably. That one had to walk so the future one can run. Let's just see it that way. We can't delete it. We have to acknowledge the existence. I grew up with the DBZ movies. It's nostalgia for me. I can't hate it. Yeah, if you grew up with it, but it was bad. I as a DBZ fan, I thought it was terrible. I'm usually okay watching like bad movies too. I just thought that was so ridiculous. Would you ever consider making another YouTube video? I wouldn't say I wouldn't. So would I consider? Possibly. Bad movies are fun though. Yeah, sometimes. It's pure again, the Minecraft movie, I didn't have any issue. I genuinely watched it and I didn't think it was that bad. But I also had very low expectations, I think. And obviously you wait for the one-liners, right? That people were like, that went viral. But I didn't think it was that bad. But I wouldn't consider that a great movie. Personally. I grew up watching DBZ, Tom and Jerry, and Barney. I'm trying to remember if I even watched Barney. I knew it existed. I don't remember watching it. Have you watched Vinland Saga? No. I've heard of it, but no. Don't know what it is, but I've heard of it. The name. Where's Jan Jan at? Did you ever watch Courage? I hella used to watch that. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I still reference it. To this day. Whenever someone says, naughty. That show was creepy. I liked it though. Naughty. You watched Breaking Bad? Yeah. Breaking Bad was a good watch. Towards the end, it got a little stale for me. Like a little like the addiction was gone, but like I enjoyed Breaking Bad. Especially the beginning. I felt the same way about like, not that this is the same show, but like Walking Dead I used to be so into, and then they just it just got so filler. Like it got so like slow and repetitive. I never got into Saul Goodman though. I heard it's really good, but I never got into it. I don't know if I still would be able to. Courage scared the fuck out of me, especially the floating white face. I forget which one. I've seen all of them, but I was probably older at the time, so it wasn't like scary. It was just creepy. Definitely a slow burn, but on par. You're saying Saul Goodman? Is that the one you're talking about? Because it's just like it's not a sequel, right? It's like a what's it called? It's not a sequel. Oh, is it prequel? Oh. Yeah, I heard it's really good though. But I never yeah, spin-off. I heard it's really good, but I never could get it. I watched one episode and I just didn't get into it. I don't know why. But I heard good things. I liked Breaking Bad, so I'm sure I would like it. I was addicted when I watched Breaking Bad late. So like there was so many episodes that I just like binge watched it. There was so many episodes already out. Concept of Ben 10 was actually genius. I don't think I watched much of that. I know it was huge, but I didn't really watch it. I was probably older then. We watched I watched the original Power Rangers. Well, not the original because it's Japanese, but the first time I was like a child. Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad. Damn, really? thought it was really good. Especially in the beginning. I was captivated from episode 1. I watched episode 1 of Better Call Saul. I don't think I was captivated. Now, I'm not like, I wasn't like, I gotta watch the next one. So already, I don't know if I feel that. Maybe eventually it gets better, but I don't know. I watched one episode. I wasn't like, I need to see the next episode versus like, what's it called? The first episode of Breaking Bad. I was like, I gotta keep watching. I want to see what happens. Have you seen Snowfall? Nope. Ron used to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I did watch that. I watched like a little bit of it, not like a lot. I didn't get super into it. I watched like 5 episodes maybe. What about The Office US? I watched that whole thing probably at least from beginning to end, maybe twice. But from beginning till Michael Scott leaving, I've watched at least like 5 times. More than that, maybe. And then I usually like turn it off. Watch something else. That was just a comfort show. Just a show that you can have in the background. You know all the jokes already, but it still hits. Do you prefer soft life? I don't know what soft life anime is. Shonen, I now know what it is. I used to only watch it, so now I don't watch it as much. So I guess soft life, but I don't know what that means. If you're talking like slice of life, maybe. Comfort show is Big Bang Theory. See, that's another show I enjoyed when it first came out, like the first season or 2. And then to me it got worse. Like it just got so, I don't know if it's laugh track. I know they have a live audience, but it's just, they do it for everything, dude. And I can't help but notice it. Like it was just like, there's like no jokes and there's things being laughed at and there's no joke. There's no punchline. It's crazy. I made a reference, not a whole video about it, but I made a reference to it. How I Met Your Mother, yeah. I think that's another comfort show. But I also saw that a lot later. I remember when the mother was exposed and I think I get why people were upset by it. But they were bound to fail regardless with the expectations of that show. I still think it's a good watch. I do think they plan to have one more season. They planned to have one more season and they couldn't. They knew that was the last one, and that's why it felt so rushed. I think it could have been a great ending if they did one more season. Season 2 of the Mother reveal was a snooze fest. It was horribly handled. Yeah, I genuinely think there was supposed to be another season after that. And the ending of that season was a reveal of who the mom was. And then you have a whole nother season to see her journey and what happened. That way you could fall in love with her. You know? And then you could feel what you're supposed to feel. But I do think they needed another season. And it actually could have worked. I think it could have worked with her. I have not watched One Piece, no. Actually, I watched 20 episodes of it, and then I couldn't get into it. Unfortunately. I would have loved to. Don't get me wrong, I would have loved to. But I think it was too old when I went back and watched it, and everything felt so slow. And I didn't grow up with it, so I have no, like, attachment to it. Can't wait till AI lets us regenerate the ending. I think they could have made it work. It was just rushed, and it felt you very underwhelmed and very, very like you got like, damn, all this watching for that. But really, to me, that kind of show was just like, it's the journey. Like, you don't really care. If we had never met the mom ever, it would still be like an entertaining show. But you needed to. They needed some kind of ending. They just didn't have time to make us fall in love with her or to make us like care. I think that was the problem. Consider Blue Lock. That's a soccer one, right? I've heard good things about it. I haven't watched any sports anime. People always tell me about the volleyball one. I've heard about Blue Lock, but like I don't I don't know. I don't really have an interest. I heard about even the basketball one, but I don't know if I would like. I don't know what's the best one, but basketball is probably the only sport that I know. I don't really know soccer. I don't really know volleyball. One Piece fans be like, just wait until episode 750. Yeah. Like, oh, you didn't like the first 20 episodes? Dude, you gotta watch at least to 750. Like, it starts getting really good then. It's like, okay. I'm gonna commit another 730 episodes. They had a boxing one too. Even if you don't know volleyball, it's really good. So you did not watch Haikyuu. I did not. I've been told to many times. But that one's also kind of old, right? Blue Lock is newer, I heard. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just asking. Ryan wouldn't like Haikyuu? Well, Merlin would know what I wouldn't like. Would I like Blue Lock? Do you like Marvel movies? I'm more open to them now, but I didn't for a very long time. I recommend The Bear. I've been recommended that too, and that's a cooking one, right? They were just new season just came out. Are you more likely to watch Haikyuu or Vincenzo? I think Merlin just bumped Haikyuu down below it. Merlin just bumped Haikyuu down a step below Vincenzo. Endgame was still. What do you mean? What do you mean, D colon? That's better for you. That puts Vincenzo a step higher, because Merlin like did the opposite of recommend. What's it called? What's the opposite of recommend? He gave it a negative review. Well, not a negative review. He said I wouldn't like it, knowing the things that I like. If you don't like Haikyuu, I don't think you like any sports anime. I think there might have been a time when I would have. Is it very like? Is it like? Would you consider that shonen? I think Ryan would enjoy Haikyuu more than Vincenzo because Haikyuu has a banger soundtrack. Oh. Oh, so you're saying I would like, maybe it gets bumped back up then. I guess Vincenzo's bumped back down, I guess, on the list. Well, currently, I'll tell you what's on the list right now. I still gotta watch that one anime Celine recommended, but what has surpassed that anime is The Greatest Showman. So I have to watch that. I'm interested in that. And then that anime, which I was gonna watch last night, but I just felt lazy. I felt quite lazy to watch it. And tired. Too much seltzers, you know? So for me right now, that's at the top of the list, is The Greatest Showman and then that anime. I think you'd like Over the Garden Wall. It's 10 episodes, kind of spooky and has good music. Is it anime? Have you been watching any Summer League? Yeah. I mean, there's a game right now that I want to watch. Cooper versus... I think Harper's playing today. But, damn, should I just end stream and go watch? If I could show you guys, I would. Has it started yet?
To force that shot clock violation.
It did start.
Look at Carter Bryant in. The initiator, primary ball handler.
Can I show you guys this?
Twist for flag, gets downhill. The hook shot off the mark. I think Diallo might have gotten a piece of.
You guys can see it in my glasses, right?
Harper, that's going to be goaltending. Dylan Harper.
Yes, sir.
To Summer League. His first field goal.
I probably can't even play the audio from this. Listen party? I don't think I can like put the sound on. I don't want to get flagged for that. I hear sneakers squeaking. Yeah. Oh yeah, that play with you guys. You could watch it at the same time. We can react to it. Oh, they got Carter Bryant on Cooper Flag. That's a good matchup. Good defense. Are you guys watching? Hey, are you guys watching? Oop. Yang Hansen. Is his name Yang Hansen or Hansen Yang? Turning it on right now. Yeah, I wanted to watch this game, but I was gonna play Peak with Janya, but she's not messaging me. Should I just not stream and watch the game? I kind of want to watch the game. Low key. Ludwig's basketball jam watch party. When is that happening, by the way? Jan? Yeah, I don't know where she is. She said she was out, and then she would message me when she got back, but it's been like 3 hours now. You know? Oh, his basketball thing's happening right now? With the that would not be good. I kind of do want to watch this, not gonna lie. But I also wanted to play Peak today. I don't know if she's around. I'm sure we can watch Ludwig's thing. Did I really wanted to play? I just wanted to beat Peak, but I feel like she's not gonna be around for a bit. You watch if you want it. No, I'm still waiting to hear if she's down to play anytime soon. Ball is life. Peak can wait for another day. Yeah, but I was like, well, we are playing tomorrow for sure. I have a lobby at... What time do I have a lobby at? I have a lobby tomorrow. I don't remember who it's with. Does anyone know? No? Fiona. Oh, what time though? What time is it? Did I tell you guys a time? I gotta let me go check our messages. Oh, we're playing early. Oh, good. We're playing at 11 tomorrow. Maybe I will just do tomorrow. Maybe. Who is it with? Let me see. Who do we have tomorrow? See, we have a week of summer league and then months with no basketball. That is so true. I might watch the game, guys. Only because we didn't get into a Peak game yet. But we for sure have a game tomorrow. I mean, a Peak lobby tomorrow. So I might end early today and watch this game. And then if by chance after the game I want to Peak again, and I may start it back up. Possibly. But that's only if I like, I also might play off stream, but I would rather, if I beat it, I would want it to be on stream. So someone has to be streaming it. We're not gonna play it without someone streaming it. So it might be a short day because I want to watch this game. Give me a sec. Who's even on today? Let's see. Well, we'll go to Abe. Because he's still doing his... I don't even know if he's there. Is Abe there? He might be there. Anywho. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know we just yapped for a little bit. However, like I said, if we do get a lobby, or if Jenya wants to play later, maybe I'll pop back on, but probably not. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. For sure, we do have a lobby tomorrow, though. 3 hours is not little. It kind of is, because I didn't get to play anything. I really just wanted to play Peak, but maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope Abe is around, but I don't see him on there. But surely he'll be back. All right. Thank you guys. See you soon. Good yaps today, everyone. See you tomorrow.